all all have summoned me here. Do you see this creature? This is a creature made of sheer goopiness. Sheer goopiness and sheer soupiness. It's interesting because you guys have decided as a Twigtopia nation, as the nation of Twigtopia, we are a goop nation and not a soup nation, which is interesting. I thought it would be reversed. Hello, Typic Silver. Hello, Rollin. Hello, Kita, who's lurking. Hello, Relja, since I know you were here before. And hello, Zero. I hope all of the work things and all of the gym things go well. Glory for Twigtopia. Thank you. For some reason, I am still sleep deprived. I am still sleepy EBs and neebies to sleepies. But you know what? It's better than yesterday. Yesterday I was deadass falling asleep at my desk. Today, way less. Today I am partially sentient. I'm still processing at a lower speed than normal, but you know what? I can read now. So... oh my goodness. I see you in a total of 14 pixels. Not sure why, but I had an aneurysm reading that. Enhances the experience. Okay, I can read English. I've regained my ability to read, everyone. I can't believe that happened to me right after I just said that I could read. That's fucking insanity. We truly have summoned a creature not supposed to exist within the realm. Yep. Twig, you gotta get some sleep. Okay, I slept right after I ended stream yesterday. Like, I slept and then I woke up at like... I think I went to bed around like 10 p.m. And then I woke up around like 4 a.m. So, if you think about it, I have been sleeping. I've just been up for a while. And, yeah. So, there is a reason why I want to do this stream earlier. And that is because I want to finish the whole Archon quest today. I don't want to finish 2 hours of it, no! I want to be done, and I want to cry. So, that's what we're gonna be doing today. Twig reading, pretty sure if you get higher than a 0 on the Twigtopia literacy test, you get kicked out. You know what? Even though I'm not literate, doesn't mean that you guys can't be literate. Move Rollin gets no sleep today. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for all the time zones. Every single time zone. Woo, sleep deprivation, let's go. I mean, it's not really gonna be that much deprivation because, again, you guys don't even know. Yesterday, before I streamed, I got like 30 minutes of sleep, but before that, I had been up for something like 28 hours straight? Something like that. Which is not good. Please get sleep. Don't be like me. Don't follow by my example. I cannot help it. I just don't sleep very well. But, you know. I think it's also, like, the winter, too, though. Because the weather has me, like, all wanting to be in sweaters and cuddled up into my bed with my cat. Bro, my cat, today, I was, like, laying down in my bed before stream and, like, scrolling through TikTok or whatever. And my cat just kind of sat on me and refused to leave. Like, I normally, right, when a cat is sitting on you and you, like, make the smallest movement, like you move your leg or something, they just leave. This fucking cat? No. I, like, fully turned onto my side and she just refused to move. I was, like, asking her if I could have my legs back because I legitimately needed to get up. It was so... But now she's curled up on my bed. So you know what? We have our stream buddy today and all of that. Also, before we get into the quests, obligatory Twig moment. You have until April for the limited time merch. And you have until whenever, I guess, to fund that. And once we fund the stream deck, then we will get a silly little soundbite to go into a potential Discord, which is fun. It'll be of Yuki barking, which will be great, because Yuki is a Komainu, so you know what? He's a lion dog. It's on brand for him. Twig, do you have a ponytail? Yes. Yes, I do. Look. Rah, 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 rah. Also, it's the mushroom that no one ever sees. I haven't shown off much of the detail of this model. There's also, like, silly little details on the arms. Like, you can see there's, like, undersleeve details, and you can see there's, like, my nails are painted, and there's these, like, ribbons on there. There's a lot of details to my model that no one ever sees. Character design for VTubers, number 1, make sure your design is, like, legible from chest up, because that's what most people are gonna see most of the time. Oh, goodness. A true Goopy will simply flow around the cat, harness their power, and forsake the solid form. You know what? If I didn't have to stream, I would have. If I did not have to stream, I would have been asleep probably around 3 hours ago. But you know what? We vibin'. Reminds me of the time my dog sat on my head while I was playing Genshin. How did that even work? How big is your dog? Even if you're a really short person, then, like... Huh? Anyways. Oh, goodness. Oh, I should have refilled my water bottle before stream. That's okay, though. I think we're gonna go to gaming. We're gonna be gamers. I'm very short. You say it as if that explains it. Exactly. That's where I'm at. I'm like, what do you mean? Because I'm short. Oh, goodness. Oh, also, I don't know how many of you guys saw the silly community post and or Twitter post that I posted a few moments ago, but I am doing another con. I'm at another con this year, which is surprising because it's been around like a year before. And I'm gonna be at San Diego Anime Con. So, if you're in that area, or if you're going to that con, I will be on a robot for 30 minutes, starting at 11:30 a.m. on that Saturday. So, also, hi Leah! Wait, do I have a command set up for you? I don't know. Let me check. Let me double check before I make a fool of myself and try to do a command. It's only a 24-hour drive from you? Ayo? Am I gonna meet Zero? I know Chicken Cup is already planning on going to meet me. I was on the couch and he climbed onto the top of it. Aww! Okay, that's adorable. I thought you just had like a dog just kind of like climb on top of you and stuff. Also, congrats to the con. I mean, it's not really a congrats situation, but thank you. Oh, I do! Okay, okay. I'm so cool, and I already thought about this scenario. There you go, Leah. Leah's a very cool creator. She also does Genshin stuff, so make sure to check her out. Rah. But yeah, the con. I'm excited. The last time I did it, I didn't get to do the robot stuff. I was basically carried around on a tablet, so I'm excited to be in the robot this time. I don't know whether or not I'll be able to pilot it or not, but hopefully I am robot form. Ra! Yes, Ra indeed. Okay, okay. Let's head over to Genshin, shall we? Let's become Genshin gamers. In case you had wondered, I did not go anywhere since I didn't even accept the fucking ingredients that I made. Let's go. We're gonna meet my husband. For anyone who has already done this Archon quest, wanting to know where we are, we just met with Mona in Poisson. So, yeah. Unfortunately, that is too far away from me, lol. But I checked when I saw it just in case if it was another time, Zero. Another time. You gonna become the everlasting lord of arcane wisdom? I mean, that's the goal. Honestly? Oh, hi, Waffles. I'm sorry, did I wake you up? Hello? Oh. She... It's like, I want attention. And now she's looking at me like I want you on the bed. Oh, God.
Yes. I shall spare myself the hair and makeup routine today, and happily idle my time away.
She has left. We are Waffles-less. Fontaine? Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, Leah, you might not want to watch this, considering how far behind you are in story. This is absolutely going to have spoilers in it. So, this is, if you don't mind spoilers, you can stay, but might lurk because I don't want spoilers. Yeah, I would recommend just like, yeah, goodbye, Leah. I smorches to you. Do your fucking quests. Relja, don't take what I say out of context. I swear to God. OMG, your party is so pretty. Thank you! You know what? My party, I have such great taste. I have fantastic taste. Look at my taste. Look at them. Look at them. We love them. We have my wife and my husband. We have my wife and my husband. I'm getting there? Uh-huh. Uh-huh, sure you are, Leah. You see this man's disappointed- wait. Wait. Give me a moment. Wait, does that change anything? Oh. There we go.
Melusians are beautiful creatures.
I'm squinting
They
at
are the
you.
pride of Fontaine. Be sure to be
Do your
friendly,
fucking quests,
cause them
Leah.
no harm.
His expressions. It's fine. I love him. Melusine.
You're here! Finally!
Hello, Sadine.
Is something wrong? Monsieur Neurvalette and Lady Farina, they seem to have gotten into a dispute. Please go see for yourself.
Yeah, put her in her place. Goodbye, Leah!
Like I said, I've already explained everything.
And
Oh,
yet the problem has
God.
not been properly solved. There is little space for excuses between us.
He's getting
It is not
fed
my
up.
intention to offend you, but please tell me where you stand. You are the Hydro Archon Focalor, are you not? Look at this. This is a list of the victims from the recent Poisson incident.
He's like, people are getting hurt. You gotta, like, do shit. What's my
You mean
adventure rank? It's
they're all-
57.
We did not arrive
Yeah,
in time to
they're
avert
all
this
dead.
disaster, and I will not have it happen again.
I love
I will
this
say
man.
this once more. You must tell
I
me
love
everything
this man.
you know. Yesterday, I found 3 stone slates in some ancient ruins near Poisson. Do you know anything about those?
Excuse my simping. This is just simply the only
Seriously?
Genshin man.
You're questioning me like this is a court case now. I don't know anything about that.
Oh
But
God.
you found them in some ancient ruins, you say?
That's correct. Which is why I came to ask
Ooh,
you some
Genshin's
questions.
getting
There
creative
should
with
have
their
been 4
editing.
slates, but one of them was missing. The other 3 feature different images that seem to correlate to the prophecy.
The prophecy?
The second of these slates depicts the previous Hydro Archon Egeria kneeling before a floating island in the sky, as if confessing something. Do you know nothing of this either?
He's interrogating her.
I've
That's
never seen such slates.
I'll ask
wow.
you again.
Yeah.
Do you really have no information
That's what
regarding the
Neuvillette
previous
does to me. I
Archon?
just go.
My deciphering of the slates indicates that the Hydro Archon Egeria once had to confess to, or apologize for, a certain sin. If anyone would know about it, it should be you.
Look at him.
All gods don't have
Look
the
at
same
how
secrets,
fine
you
he
know.
is.
She was herself
God.
and I'm me. Is it really so strange that I know nothing? I understand your concerns, but I'm sorry. I just don't have anything to tell you.
Forgive me
This
for
man
saying
can
this
make
now,
me
Lady
fold.
Fernan,
I swear to
but I have
God.
long known of your various secret investigations into certain matters. There are several indications that you have been investigating the prophecy on the sly. This is not strange in itself, considering that you are the Hydro Archon. But it is strange that you should also claim to not know any of Egeria's secrets, as well
Yes,
as do
Fiorina.
nothing following your inquiries. You have never been as superficial as you have presented yourself to be, nor are you a fool. And yet, your behavior is very inconsistent.
Does it have something to do with the twin?
So you've been watching me all this time, have
This
you?
character
I didn't think
change.
you were that type.
What in the world?
Well, since you know about my secret investigations, then you should know I'm actually working to take care of it. There's no point questioning or suspecting me. You're the Eudix, but you're still my subordinate. You should be following my lead.
This
Just
character
trust me.
flip is
You're
so.
Archon,
It
and
feels
do
so
as I say.
strange.
Never mind whether you can truly convince yourself to or not. It'll all
Oh,
turn
and
out
she's back to
fine.
her theatrics. Okay.
That's all I have to say. We do not discuss this matter again. Oh, the opera's about to start. Toodles!
That's weird. Oh my god. Have faith in your Archon. So true.
Did Farina not notice us standing by the door? Wonder what's up with her. She was smiling. Huh. She didn't seem in the mood to care if we were
She's
listening in.
hiding something. We
I
know
assume
she's
you've been
hiding
outside for a
something.
while
We don't
now?
know what. The
Oh,
worst part of
you
that was
noticed.
the toodles
Seems
at
Farina
the
didn't
end.
even realize we were here.
What if I just start
She was in a
signing
great
off
panic,
my streams
though
with
I
that?
cannot discern the
Toodles.
reason. Our discussion reached impasses time and again, a state of affairs that we cannot allow to continue. Still, I do not understand. Dialogue is the basis for understanding, so why did she keep refusing to engage?
I'm afraid questions alone might not suffice. I mean, yeah. We need to make her understand how dire the situation actually is. What was I saying in that video?
Everyone in her inner circle has noticed that she is hiding
She's
some
just a
secret.
gotcha kid,
The
don't
issue
worry
is
about
her
it.
attitude. I fear that she will not reveal
That's
anything
so
unless
sad.
absolutely forced to. We may have to create a situation in which she will have no choice but to speak.
Oh? Like
Not
what?
one cringy and depressed classmate.
Normally,
She
people will only
is
reveal the
definitely a
truth when standing
Chunibial.
trial. Perhaps we must have the Hydro Archon experience just such a
Oh
scenario.
god.
But
It's like
Gloria's been in
Fischl,
so
but
many
with an
trials, and she's
ego,
really good
you
at
know?
dodging
Which
questions.
Fischl already has an
Shouldn't she
ego,
just
but
slip
it's like
away
a
at the first chance she
fantastic
gets?
ego. Furina's just like,
We will need to consider this thoroughly,
Fischl's not
join
dumb.
forces with various parties. You do what
Furina's
you can.
kinda, her head's kinda in the clouds a little bit.
If at all possible, I would prefer to recuse myself from this affair, but we must prevent the prophecy from coming to pass. This may be cruel to her, but all Fontaine is in crisis. The information a god possesses is too precious, and so we must take a chance on this.
We'll need
But
help.
who will lend us their aid to do such a thing?
Oh, I know who to go. This bitch knows everyone. We know everyone. Every time you say ego, the brainworms take another bite of my brain. Relja, your fucking Harvest Moon brain rot and all of the other brain rots. I can't imagine what it's like to be you.
Well, that's everyone,
Because
huh?
sometimes the
Speaking of which,
things
it was
that
pretty smart.
you say is God.
Poisson was just involved in a disaster, so it's presently devoid of people. That naturally makes it the best choice.
And here you are drinking tea like it's the most natural
Why,
thing in the world,
Relja, you
huh?
have gray matter
That's
and
what
you're
families
not
should
sharing.
do. Sit and enjoy a leisurely
Of
time
course,
together.
also, we just go back to the twins.
It's
Every
nice
time
to
we need
enjoy
something
tea,
shady
you know?
done, it's,
Care for a cup?
hey, Vtuber.
Lend me your ears,
Something
everyone.
slightly morally questionable. Hey,
Or
Vtuber.
perhaps one of you might like to start us off. How about
Hello,
you, friend?
Tartaglia. Hello, twins.
No, I don't think
I
I
love
can.
Fremine. This poor man.
How about you, good sir?
I fear that I will cause the mood on this boat to become as somber as it is in court.
Well then, I guess we're lucky we've got a local like me to organize things. Wonderful, the spotlight at last. I guess I'll be facilitating things from here.
That was a little long-winded, don't you think?
If
Oh.
Fatui holds still,
You
I
might
will
be
not
right.
be holding still.
Anyway,
I will be
To
running.
cut to the chase, our friend
I will
here,
be
the traveler,
bolting in the
has brought us
opposite
together to
direction,
discuss
actually.
something.
I will actually
As
be
for what that
vaporizing
is,
myself.
well,
Also, Clorind
Let's
is
start
here.
by saying that we'll be pooling our efforts together to create a series of traps.
Clorind's just randomly here. Okay.
Oh, how intriguing.
Series of traps. Of course,
Well,
Linny
it's
would be
just
like,
an expression,
"Ugh."
really. One that I just learned from Chlorand and used on the spot. So let's invite her to explain in detail. A round of
Yes, please.
applause, please.
Yes, please. I love you. My beloved
Huh?
Clorind.
Didn't you say that you would be facilitating this?
Oh, come now. Your work doesn't involve much public speaking, right? This is a good chance to practice. You might even pick up some fancy oratory tricks to impress your boss with in the future.
Every
I
country
see.
has their
And
lesbians.
what does my boss say?
He is glad that you consider him your boss. Do go on.
I love all of their dynamics. That's so funny.
In that case, Do any of you have experience?
Kinda sus?
hunting?
No. I
Not
think
that
it's
I
cute.
recall.
I think they're cute.
Fremine and I once used a wooden stick in a basket to catch wild rabbits when we were younger. As for
Excuse me?
Lynette, oh, right. You were sick that day, weren't you?
I've also gone diving to catch some fish before. Does that count?
I'm afraid not. You may or may not have heard, but Fontaine once played host to a group known as the Marechaussee Hunters. Though that was their name, they did not
Oh,
hunt
so that's
animals,
how you
but
pronounce
rather
that
various
artifact.
monsters left behind by the ancient dynasty of King Remus.
Oh my god, every
Today,
Fontaine name.
Fontaine's monster population has already
Were
thinned
the sea.
greatly, so the hunters have
Marechaussee.
blended back into society.
Beetle and I,
Taking up
we
arms
just
in other
ussify
lines of
every
work.
Fontaine name
They even
without
left a unique
remorse,
methodology
without
of hunting in their
discretion.
wake. A trap comprises of the following components: bait, a trigger, and a containment
Just
device.
suspicions that they
Sometimes a
aren't
lethal implement will
together.
also be necessary to deal with the prey. So, if we were to build a trap together, right now,
I don't
what
think
would
it's
you choose to build it with?
suspicious.
For me, I would prefer
I also like the
something
knockoff
basket-shaped.
Chopin.
Pigeons and rabbits will
Cho-
see the bait
Chopin?
and naturally
Cho-
enter the
Chopin?
snare. Our line
I
of
can't
work
pronounce that
requires
name
a
yet,
deft hand,
but
and we're some of the best in the industry, so
I like the piano in the back.
techniques.
You used
I
some of
like
those
the
techniques while moving the
references
people
it's
of
making.
Poisson, didn't you? My subordinates mentioned that you even performed some magic for the bawling children.
Yes, and I even managed to gather some intelligence in the meantime. I'm quite the
Winnie, I don't
multitasker
care
if I
about
do
you.
say
I'm
so
so
myself.
sorry. I know you're supposed to be
I'm afraid
lovable.
I
I
can't
don't
claim
care
that
about
as
you.
my strong suit. I
Fremine,
prefer
on the
more
other
stable
hand.
methods, like placing bait in the water and waiting for the fish to come within reach. That's the kind of method I would count on.
Calm and steady. Exactly the kind of person who would catch loads of fish.
And I can be their assistant.
With discretion, I'm sure.
I'd probably use some sort of mechanical animal. Papa once bought me some small clockwork squirrels, mice, and such. When placed in the forest, they can attract others of their kind. I remember that you liked those too, didn't
So
you?
these are all metaphors to ways that we're gonna
I did.
entrap
And
Fiorina
that would be a
until
good way to
she,
go about it.
like,
If they're realistic
confesses
enough,
to her
animals of the same
sins.
kind will follow them all the way to the trap.
This kind of
about you,
feels
Monsieur
cruel.
Nicolette?
This is just like,
Fear I do not have any related
we're gonna
experience.
recall
That makes
metaphors of
sense.
trapping
You usually solve
animals
problems directly,
until she
without the use of
finally
any
just
such
admits
tricks.
there's a
But I do
problem.
have one more
Also,
question for
oh
you,
my god,
Monsieur.
Clarence's thighs.
If we were to create a trap now, how would you design it?
I need to stop. I
Would
need
like
to.
for it to be effective, but bring no
I'm no
harm
better
to
than
the
a
prey.
man.
A more gentle trap would be ideal.
Kind as always.
Of course, he
However,
would
our
suggest a
intention doesn't
little
necessarily
gentle
change the
trap.
containment device and the type of implement we need. If we wanted to kill the prey in one strike, we would need a powerful implement. However, that also goes for prey that must be captured and safely contained.
Wait, why is that?
Only a hunter who's a true expert at subduing their prey can snare it without harming it. The line that divides life and death is often exceedingly thin.
So, are we going hunting together?
Huh. We hadn't
Yeah,
thought of
we
seeing
always
ourselves
have to
as
have
hunters. It kinda
lesbians
works, but
in each
maybe
nation.
it's still
Each
not the
nation
best
has their
metaphor.
lesbians.
If our means of capturing and
Each
dealing
nation
with our prey is
also-
to put them on trial, then the hunting metaphor is actually quite accurate. But we shall require
No.
much more courage than any hunter
Maybe-
to judge a god. A being
I don't know.
whose seat is an exalted throne.
I don't think. Maybe. Nah. That's right. I don't know what
so
I'm
that's
agreeing
what's
to
going
because
on.
I was too
Sounds very interesting.
preoccupied with thinking about gay. It's a trap. Why are you twigging me? Yay, it's only 12 a.m. Time to consume my favorite shroom. Hello, thank you for the hearts. Welcome in, welcome in. We're playing the Genshin story. So if I'm not that talkative, and if I fail to read some stuff, that's why. Also, where are we? Oh, we're over here. Oh, I see. Okay. Also, hello, Sav. Welcome in. Welcome in. Rah! All the goofies. Goofy Nation, rise up. I'll never not call bootleg Raiden Shogun. Do not disrespect Clorin. I swear. Oh my god, it's Rosie too. How's your broccoli, Rosie?
Paimon didn't think the meetings would go on for so long, but everyone seemed pretty fired up, huh? Paimon thought they'd be at least a little frightened. Well, Fremine was, now that Paimon thinks about it, but
obligatory
everyone else
no
just looked a little
manhunt
surprised.
disclaimer. Enjoy the story. Thank you.
Well...
Also, since there's new people here, reminder
Paimon
that
doesn't have any experience
I have
with this
merch,
sort of thing. But
and
with you
it's
around,
here
Paimon's
until
sure will do
April.
great. After all, you're the most reliable
I don't
person
know.
in the world, aren't you? Huh?
Your broccoli's good, I'm glad to hear.
Did you just pour some tea? Paimon didn't notice you doing that at all. Then what's that?
Something
I've never
tells
seen
me
that cup
I'll let
before.
you know.
Don't be frightened. I'm just
The
joining
fuck
you
is
two
this?
for tea. I merely refrained from saying anything till
Is
now.
this the Hexen Circle girl? Woman? Is this Mona's master?
Here.
Aw, have you forgotten me already?
Wait. You are familiar. You're the voice we heard from the sky in Sumeru.
The voice from the sky, I fear that description is wrong. Though, not completely wrong.
I'm
You're
thinking.
feeling lost now, just as you were feeling previously. I sensed that confusion and thus came to you. Guiding people is an irresistible hobby of mine, after all.
Who are you and what do you want with us? You're probably
Consider
from
me a passerby,
Celestia.
just accepting a commission from my friend's disciple on a whim.
So this is probably a member of the Hexen Circle. I mean, it would make sense because they're all about their tea parties. Just finished the Archon quest a few hours ago, cause sillies, you will cry, Twig. I know I'm gonna cry. It's the same cup? The same cup from the Hexen Circle? Maybe? I don't remember. I don't completely remember that. She must be Goop in the cup. Yeah, that's the most,
The prophecy. Yes, what has been prophesized will be fulfilled. You may view such things as the history of the future.
What?
That's not the first time
Then
we're hearing
is
that.
there any way we can stop it?
I believe you have witnessed a failed attempt with your own eyes. Can everything in Teyvat so easily be changed?
Huh. Fate.
Ah, so you've caught on. Just as prophecies are usually only the future as seen from the perspectives of the gods, could things be happening in hidden corners where the gods' gaze does not fall? Are the things that
Where
you
the
shall
gods' gaze
see
does not
different
fall
from the fate that the gods
is
perceive?
a direct quote from Dainsleif. Oh god, so many things are happening. Oh goodness.
What is she talking about? It all sounds really impressive. and
Shut up,
important and
Paimon.
stuff,
I swear to god. Oh my god, she's
I
gooping
believe
herself
that
out.
you understand, right? Some things are insignificant,
but others you must reach out to change. Ultimately, fate shall serve as your only guide, no matter what will happen in Tevat's future. All you
What
need
would
to
happen
do
if I
is
drank
to play your
the
part.
stuff?
This was good tea, by the way. Thank you for your hospitality. Well, that'll be all for today.
What would happen if I drank the tea?
It's gone.
Conria? Yeah, Conria or the Abyss. Which I think, considering the themes of this quest that we've seen so far, it's probably the Abyss.
I want to hear someone talking.
Drink the talking tea. That's what I want.
All right, coming.
What would happen if I drank the tea? Vor. Oh my god. Wait, is it primordial tea? Was that primordial? Was it goop tea? I don't think she is the tea. Yeah, I don't think she is the tea either, but it's definitely magical tea. It'll be explained about here.
Hey, it's you who's getting lazy, okay?
Well,
I
I
am
see I've
lazy.
walked in on some lively
Mona!
banter.
Mona!
Silly Mona. How have you been the
Fine,
past few
just
days, or
fine.
more like hours?
I went to take part in that Steambird panel. It turned out to be more interesting than I
Hi,
expected.
Brandon!
Not all Fontanians are pessimistic about this. One journalist mentioned that sitting around and waiting for the end to come would be wrong, and that they should make their own rescue preparations. I agreed, so we had a brief chat with her.
Did she have pink hair by any chance?
Charlotte.
Yes, it was Charlotte. You remember her, right? That daredevil journalist? I'm in full support of her view.
I swear it's
Prophecies
just
are very
tea. I
important,
don't
but
believe
How
you.
can people allow
Until
their
I
lives
drink
to
the
be
tea
commandeered
myself,
by
I
just a
won't
few
believe
words?
you.
That's right! Paimon's glad to hear something sensible for once.
Ah, yes. About what we had discussed before. I did try, but I'm afraid I couldn't reach the old hag. I'll try again
Old
tonight. but
hag.
I wouldn't get your hopes up.
I know the reason she continually calls her old hag because she's explained it before in events, but oh my god, it gets me every time she says it. It's so fucking funny.
Goodness gracious. Are you
Also,
serious?
remember what Tea Lady In said, it'll help you later. There are a lot of things she said. Which thing in particular do I need to remember? Oh my god.
She said that even the god's gaze has blind spots. Pretty
Oh, it's
bold if you
that?
ask Paimon. Most people would believe the gods to be all-knowing, right?
No.
The Hexen Circle members
Have you
are
seen
certainly anything
Celestia?
but
They showed
ordinary.
us Celestia in the
As for the mage
webtoon.
named N, the
Shit
old
looks
hag
like a
has
prison.
mentioned her a few times.
Kinda creepy,
She said
honestly.
that N's sense of direction is incredible.
Everything?
and that she
Oh
loves
god,
guiding
no.
those who are lost. But I've never
I'm
met
weak
her,
brain Twig,
and
I'm
if she
pea
were
brain
still
Twig.
alive, she'd be... well, suffice it to say that the hag's at least a few hundred now, and N's been around for longer than that.
Whoa. The Hexen Circle sounds like a scary group. But they must really stay in shape to live so long.
Their
Yep.
abilities alone are
They're
pretty
just doing
terrifying.
pull-ups every day.
If she came to see you personally,
gym
then
bros.
the problem you're facing must truly
It
be
gets
of
so
great
good, I
importance.
kid you not. You
Well,
are
it's not like Paimon could
in for a
understand
real
anything she said.
Yes, she
I mean,
was
I'm
quite
here
cryptic,
until I
but
complete the
I
Archon
suspect
quest,
she
so
means
you're
there's
gonna
still a
see
way to
it.
turn things around.
You're gonna see it tonight.
She didn't say when or what that would be, though, so... Perhaps it is something that you cannot know right now.
Genshin likes to do this thing where they give us
Traveler,
hints and they
Paimon,
don't make sense
are you two all right?
unless you are either like
Oh, we're
balls
fine.
deep in the
We're
lore
just a
or
little down right
already
now.
there where the
Kind of
the
feels
hint
like
is
the end
happening.
coming, you know?
I see. I feel that same sense of desperation, too.
I guess you could consider me someone who has often witnessed
It's the
fate.
best finale in Archon
far as
Quest
I've
history.
seen,
I mean, the
cannot be
fucking
swayed.
trailer
But
thing.
even so,
I'm scared
still
of the
hopeful.
fucking whale that comes out of the abyss or whatever.
Astrology is eternal and rational, but fate may not be. It is cruel, but it can also be beautiful. Perhaps that's what En was trying to tell you. Not to lose heart, and to believe that what you are seeing playing out before you is not yet set in stone. I did originally think of steering clear of all this, but I couldn't. Even if this is all futile, I still wish to help everyone. If we don't struggle to the last, then how can we face the end when it comes?
Huh. You do have a point.
There I go, talking about astrological principles again. Sorry about that. The moment I start talking about work-related stuff. I need to get going.
Oh, nice. No sleep today. Worth it, though? I mean, you're able to sleep if you need to end up sleeping. There will be a VOD. You don't have to watch everything live.
It was worth trying to comfort you, even if only a little. I believe that you'll help those who are struggling in the same way I did. I suppose that might be why we always seem to meet by coincidence.
Paimon feels kind of moved by what Mona said, but also kind of sad too. Hey, Traveler, Paimon suddenly feels like going outside for a walk. Let's go. Let's walk around the city, shall we? There's a few spots we always like to walk by.
Hey, don't knock the Fortress of Meripede. That's like one of my favorite arcs. I want to return to prison. You can't be knocking one of my favorite arcs like that, man. I don't care. Ah! Oh god, it's the fucking Lenny quest.
Over here.
I don't care. I do not care.
I've had her
I don't care.
Still.
Goodbye,
I don't
Lenny.
think that Gemma's likely to open up to us.
Goodbye.
Today we'll be looking
Goodbye.
when Caesar packed before long.
Goodbye,
I
Lenny.
had to pull.
Goodbye. Okay. Sorry, Twig, why are you apologizing? You aren't Lenny, are you? Go to the news stand. There's a spin crystal!
Huh?
There's a spin-
Let Paimon see!
Get me through.
The underwaters. My recent attempts to enter the fortress bore little fruit. Thus, did an Outlander friend become the focus of this report. A blonde adventurer with their white fairy
Charlotte
legends
wrote
trailing
this,
in their
didn't
wake.
she?
So while the fortress's interior remains a mystery behind closed doors, do not fear, for the tip journalist Charlotte's biggest scoop yet.
Yup.
The traveler, Charlotte took so many awesome. She hasn't been able to get a hold of anything at the fortress, so since we're easier to find, she's using us at the sub. Ugh, seriously? Well.
No, because I bullied your favorite arc. I mean, it happens. I collected 70% of all the spin crystals and don't know how to use them. Rosie. I'm personally doing this to show you. It's just gotta load. Also, I might not do the whole Archon quest tonight, because I am suddenly and rapidly decreasing in energy. This is great. You see this? This silly little object? You need to buy this from Tubby. There's an indoor version and an outdoor version. You click on this, you click unlock, and then confirm, and then look. Silly music. Also, I have, like, all of them, except for the Fontaine ones. I gotta go through and get the Fontaine ones. I'm actually gonna switch it to this because it's silly. Thank you. Chug coffee, power, go, go, go. Actually, give me a moment. You know what? That's a good idea. BRB. You guys enjoy Nouvelette. BRB.
I see the value in my own work, but I also see the meaning in all the endeavors of the people of Fontaine. I believe I will continue to take pride in fulfilling my duties.
Okay, rah. Fontaine's water is the same as I remember where those are in memory. Nouvelette is continue talking. Pride in fulfilling his duties. Melusines are the pride of Fontaine. You know what? I agree with you. Do you have anything to say to the audience, Fiona? Hello? I don't know if she was caught on the mic. My cat made a cameo. Okay, rah. Wow, your wait, what? What emotes? Wait. I hate the fucking heart that covers up half of the messages. Melusines are the yeah. Okay. We continue. Why did I go to Mondstadt? That's wrong. Okay. Rah, 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 rah. Maybe I should drink what I made. The concoction, the potion. Okay. I know. I am aware of the argument. Do I care? No. Lenny, I swear to God. Oh, YouTube emotes are mostly kind of ugly. Yeah, they are. Oh, whoops. Yeah, no, the emote spam. I'm sorry.
You neglected.
My apology.
Oh, forget the pleasantries. Just sit.
get jailed, I
Get a
suppose.
load of this guy.
I only agreed to...
Much obliged.
As I try
Yesterday
and
morning,
skip
I have
Lenny
to get to the bottom
dialogue.
of this to ensure.
What is there to investigate? Caesar was...
Please, sir.
Wait, this is why I
the
don't
weasel is
unlock
dead.
character quests while
Period.
doing Archon quests.
Everyone knows.
Oh, sir, my pride is.
Your pride?
I want
I
to find out.
unlocked
what would
his
that
character quest.
Uh-oh. This is getting awkward.
Hiccups. Oh god.
Another day.
I'm just gonna cease to
If I wanted your
exist.
life...
I
Sorry,
swear to
my
God.
good sir. I don't believe
This is your and he wonders why he can't get a girlfriend despite being, what, pushing 40, 30, something?
Shut up and get out of my face. Another word out...
He wonders why he can't get a girlfriend.
I think it's high time I made a move as well.
Let me
If you really
tell
want to
you,
investigate this,
I
Lenny, be my
unlocked
guest.
Lenny's character quest after doing
But
the
if nothing
first
good comes
Archon
of
quest
it,
in
don't say I
Fontaine.
didn't warn
Have
you.
I finished Lenny's character quest yet? Not in the slightest.
Well, that fell to pieces in a rather spectacular fashion. Any thoughts?
Totally. He's gotta be.
I think so too.
I do not care.
The guy at Mondo's.
I do not care. You can take those gay little magician booty shorts away from me. Why? Why? This is why it's taking so long. I'm having to go through all of Liney's bullshit. He's holding me hostage. This is why I targeted Liney mains in my last video. This specific instance. It had not happened yet, but I just knew. I knew it would happen. I got stuck doing Nouvelettes during the new Archon quest.
okay
See,
there?
I cared about Nouvelette's Archon story quest, so you know what?
Hey,
I
don't
did it.
go-
What
I did
kind
it
of
soon.
Even.
God.
That's not.
Can you please just stop talking? Can you please just let me go? Cease to exist, please.
There he goes.
Shh. Don't say anything and don't.
I
look
wouldn't be
back.
mad about doing Nouvelette's quest. I love him so much. No, literally, that's where I am. Oh, are we finally back at the Archon quest? Please? Okay,
I'm
thank God.
hungry.
Okay,
Should we
I'm
go in
waiting
and get
back
something to eat?
listen. Oh, goodness. Everything's so elegant.
Hey,
I like this cutscene and how it like introduces the little
that's the
setting.
limited edition, only 16 slices a day cake.
Paimon, I swear to God. You know what, Paimon? You can pay for it with your own damn money that you revealed that you now have.
It was so delicious the last time we tried it, despite the tense situation we were in. Let's get
One slice of cake, please.
Someone showed up after all. Oh, wait, you're the one from the Palais Mermonia.
Yeah,
Oh,
Sifin.
are you here to
or
buy cake
Sidine.
too?
I...
It seems Monsieur Nervalette was right. You really
The
can
Melazine
eat.
names. Oh God.
Wait, did he really say something like that?
That's right.
I haven't
Even he has his
used
own
any keys
preferences
on
when it comes
story
to
quests
food.
since
As for
Tainari
me,
quest
I love the cake
till
and coffee
4.2.
here.
Love the new
Do you come
changes.
here often?
Back on track, choo choo. Yeah.
Usually every day.
Every day?
Oh shit, the
It's part of
Neopet!
my daily schedule, apart from work. I shall have my cake and coffee.
Oh, the
What
resident
if someone told you
non-Genshin
one
player
day that
in
this
this
place would be
entire
closing
mix
soon,
is so
and you
funny.
wouldn't get to eat cake here anymore?
The one person
What
in
would you
chat
think?
that doesn't play
why
Genshin
would it
commentating.
Well, Paimon doesn't know either, but maybe the waters will rise tomorrow. You know, like in the prophecy.
Oh,
Oh, the prophecy.
Is it
To be
happening
honest, I haven't
tomorrow?
paid much attention to
Do
that.
we have
No,
like
but
24
still,
hours
even
to
if
solve
there'd be
this
no more cake
before
tomorrow, that
shit
wouldn't
gets
keep me from
bad?
having some today. No, it's the same for eating in general. You might not be able to eat tomorrow, but if you can do so today, then you should carry on. That's what people call living, you know.
Slightly philosophical take.
Don't be sad. Excuse me, could I have 2 more slices of cake to go? These 2 slices are for you. Sijuin said that this kind of
Okay, I'm
expression
gonna
you're
head
making
out
is
now
what
and play a
humans call
game
being
with my
sad.
friend. I'll scan over the VOD later
you
to
know
see if
Zaytri?
anything interesting happened.
I sure
I mean,
do.
you've played.
She was born before me,
You've
and she
played this
sometimes
Archon
comes to the
quest.
surface to teach us things about humans.
Paimon, stop spoiling.
She said that humans are creatures that are saddened easily, yes, and you can only lift their spirits by feeding them delicious food. So please try the cakes here. I've got something else to do, so I'll be going now. You two try to stay in a good mood after eating, all right? Bye.
I know, but like your reaction,
goes.
I get that. Yeah.
Let's dig in. Paimon's sure this
Could
cake
be
will
silly.
Be delicious.
Yeah. I mean, especially in later stuff. I know shit's gonna get dramatic because shit always gets dramatic.
It's more delicious than last time, and the flavor gets even better with a sip of tea.
When I heard
It sure would be
Sadine
nice
say
if
that
you
in
could come
the
again
quest,
tomorrow.
my outlook in life
Sure would be
changed.
nice if
I
we
mean,
could
I
always
feel
eat
like that's a
delicious
pretty
food here.
common philosophy. Bye, Rosie! Have a nice gameplay! This one about today and tomorrow. I don't think, even if we don't get through the whole Archon quest, I might not stream tomorrow. Actually, I probably won't stream tomorrow considering the amount of stuff I do.
Oh, we're near the Steambird office. Let's go
If
look for
we
Charlotte and have
don't
a chat.
finish the Archon quest tonight, we'll have to pick it back up on the 20th, on Monday. Because that'll be the next time I stream. I do want to get through all of it tonight, but oh my god. Why are you always directing me this? Linny, I do not care about you. I do not care. I only care about my sillies. I am listening.
Wow.
I do have to walk
If
away
it isn't
though.
the Traveler and Paimon! Oh, have you seen the article I wrote about you?
Ha! You've got some nerve! You just used us to make some quick mora!
Of course, as soon as I walk away, I swear to God.
Oh, you needn't worry about that. I heard that you were in Poisson some time back, so I sent you a letter to discuss just that. It appears you didn't receive it, though. It's all right, though. I've set aside the amount intended for you. I've even set the table with some food.
Really? Oh, you're the best!
You're almost a little too easy to win over, Paimon. If I were a journalist with ulterior motives, you'd be in trouble now, you know.
Oh, Paimon knows you're not like that.
Still, what brings you here all of a sudden? Were you looking for me?
When Mona mentioned you, we thought of coming to see you at work.
I see. It seems you've already bumped into Mona here in Fontaine. So she mentioned me? What did she say?
She said that you're a real daredevil of a journalist.
Nice. In which case, can this daredevil journalist dare to request an exclusive interview with the legendary Traveler and Paimon?
Huh? So your article in the paper today doesn't count?
Oh, of course it doesn't. That was more like live photography. What I'd like to do is dive deeper and ask you to talk about the things you've seen and experienced.
She wants an interview. Let her have her silly interview. Okay. Also, watching out for the 2 a.m. creature fuck it we ball stream. Alright, noted. No.
Yeah, are we even qualified enough?
Why not? If I say you're worth an interview, then you're worth it. But not right now, of course. I'll need a few days to prepare.
Oh, in that case, we'll just chat when you have the time then?
Oh, so that's a yes?
Wah. 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 Wait.
Talk to you
Oh,
later.
there we go. I almost fucked up all my shit.
Paimon's still got a question for you.
Welcome back, thank you.
And what's that?
If, just for example, Fontaine
The
were to be
one
flooded
weird
tomorrow,
journalist from Harry Potter,
what
I
would you
can
do
totally
today?
see that. She's kind of got like
That's
the
prophecy you're
Karen
talking about,
haircut,
isn't it?
but it's longer
I
in
mean,
the
I
front.
do hear about it often, but I've never once thought that the day could
Sorry, I had to sneeze.
think of a way to leave Fontaine. Oh, but I'm still a journalist first and foremost. That means I have a duty to be reporting from the scene. And secondly, I wouldn't forsake my homeland that easily. From what I've seen, most people don't know what they'd do should the worst come to pass. In truth, it might be better just to behave like normal rather than worry over such an end. So in all likelihood, I'd probably still be prepping at the office for that interview of ours. I know what you're thinking. That sounds a bit sad, but I've always believed that it's best to do what you enjoy.
Everyone's prepared to
Think
just
about it.
not
If this
die.
nation really were to be suddenly destroyed tomorrow, but I still
Everyone's-
successfully finish an exclusive interview with a truly unique
Everyone's
person,
operating
then
like
the
they're
story
not
I
gonna
would
die
wind up
next.
writing would truly be timeless.
That's kind of
You know what I'd
tragic.
do? Well, I'd write that story, send it for printing, and use messenger pigeons to get copies out to the various nations as soon as possible. I'm not a dreamer, nor am I a workaholic, but I do love my job, and I'd be proud of leaving such an article behind. I guess you could say that I was born to be a journalist. But anyway, that's my answer. And on that note, I'll get back to my preparations.
If I could
so
interview
nice.
someone really
All
interesting,
of a sudden,
then that would
Paimon
be
actually
enough.
kinda
Aww,
envies her.
she's
Anyway,
kind of
let's go and
cute.
take a look at the sea, shall we?
Just a little bit. Ooh! Is it goopin' time? It's goopin' time. It's time to goop. They are though. It's kind of unfortunate.
Pretty soothing
Oh.
combo, huh?
Oh. Oh.
Paimon's been thinking.
Yes.
If it wasn't Fontaine, but all of Tevat that would be destroyed tomorrow, where would we go and what would we do? No, Paimon should ask if you could choose.
Is it
what would
leg?
you like
It is leg day time. Pray for me. You got this, Zero. I'm just gonna randomly add more to your sets. Be like,
We've always
one
been
more.
moving to the next
One more,
destination,
Zero.
so we
You can
haven't
do it.
spent much time thinking about. You mean still traveling?
3 more sets, Zero.
Wait.
But yeah, seriously, I hope you have a good workout. We'd go to the Jade Chamber. I feel like I would just sit at the bottom of the ocean and look around.
Feels like you'll grow
No, I'm
old
late.
and
Hello,
stay
all.
long.
Hello.
But it's still better than the Fortress of Meripede, that's for sure. It's not only damp there, but salty too.
What's salty?
So the two of you are still here.
Salty sounds
Wonderful.
bad.
Oh, you're from the Palais Mermonia, aren't you?
Yes, I'm Isadora. Monsieur Nervillac sent me to look for you two before. I heard that afterward you went to the Fortress of Meropide.
So you're under the impression that we might be wanted
Not at all.
criminals.
I'm well aware that you're friends of his. Actually, I'm here to pass along a message from him.
Did something happen?
Yes, inside
Should we
the
be
Opera House.
concerned?
The Maréchaussée Phantom has declared the incident a small-scale riot.
Riot?
Ayo?
Well, that said, I don't personally think it was that.
Oh, sorry, I'm fixing my model's tracking. This is a bad time to redo this, but there we go. Okay.
Harassing her, loudly accusing her of doing nothing about the prophecy. Started to join in. The crowd continued to grow, and protests
She went
against
to
the
the
Hydro
palace,
Archon started
the
to break
opera
out.
house to see something,
So
and
people
then
have started to put the blame
got
on
mad and
Furina.
rioted
Guess they
because
finally
she's not
found an
doing
outlet
shit.
for the pressure they've been under due to the prophecy.
I agree. People will naturally rely on gods, as is customary. But the moment people feel threatened, gods are also the first to be blamed.
So what happened after that? Is Furina okay?
Seeing that the situation was spiraling out of control and that further argument was
Thank you for
pointless,
the recap.
she claimed that she'd gotten tired of this and left in a hurry. The Maréchaussée Phantom had their hands full maintaining order and did not catch where Lady Furina had gone. Only when things had stabilized did we realize that she had gone missing.
So,
so she's
you mean
just
she's
like
still missing?
she's just cowering.
That's right. The
She's
Maréchaussée
just
has
avoiding all
dispatched
her
many
problems
people
again.
to search for her, but we don't have any leads yet. That said, I don't think there's much to worry about. She is a god after all. Even if she were to fall into the hands of rioters, what could ordinary people do to her?
I understand
Good.
the situation.
Monsieur Nervillet sent me to tell you about the situation, but he didn't say anything else.
Don't worry, this is more than enough to go on. Thanks for keeping us informed.
Oh, damn.
Ah, is that so? Well, all right then. In that case, you two take care. I'll be heading back to the Palais now.
Well, sounds like we should hurry over to Poisson then.
Poisson.
If we know Furina, she won't try to fix things in this situation. Instead, she'll look for a place to wait out the heat. And as we also know, she may be loud and dramatic, but she doesn't have a heart of stone. When Nervillet was talking to her in the Palais Mermonia, and she heard about Poisson, she couldn't hide her sadness and remorse. It would be hard for her to ignore being accused by the public today. Paimon thinks Furina's probably taken the opportunity to slip away to Poisson and try to relieve the sense of guilt that she's feeling. Huh. Well, what do you think? Paimon knows the answer, of course, but Paimon can do the analysis to back it up too. Cool, huh?
Looks like those detective novels have had an effect on you. So
There's
true.
not a moment to lose. Poisson, here we come!
Les poissons, hee haw haw haw. Burp, 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 burp. Okay. This is the question. We have reached a stopping point. Do we continue? Continue another hour of sleep deprivation. I feel like I know the answer to this because most of you have only been here for a little bit. Yeah, it's automatically first yes. Yes, you're really close. Am I really close to an integral moment? All of you just go, yes! Please, God, Twig, yes! Okay, okay. Time to find Purina. In Poisson. Et les poissons. Hee, ho, ho, ho. Okay, and then we hide this, and then we go here, and then we go here, and then we end pull. Wait, stream didn't just start, I'm late? Internal screaming. Yeah, we started an hour early today. Because I intended on doing the whole quest, but I severely underestimated how sleepy I would be. I'm sorry to break this to you, Fadewill, that you have been an hour late. Honestly though, my entertainment value right now is not the best because of how tired I am. So, you know what? There's probably not much commentary that you have missed. It's below me, isn't it? I'm an idiot. Oh my goodness. I joined stream right when all the same location as first seeing Mona and thought it just started. Someone passed me the primordial seawater. No, we went back to Nouvelette, saw him arguing with Fiorina, and then basically was like, how are we gonna catch Fiorina and make her understand the grave situation, the gravity of the situation. And then we talked to some goopy tea and
That's Farina, right over there. She really is here.
Should I just give up?
is she wanting to jump into the primordial soup?
What was meant to happen did happen after all.
Is she gonna soupify herself? Oh no.
I'm sorry. I am so sorry. Give up, Farina. There's no point in holding out. I'm sorry. But what can I even do other than to repeat meaningless apologies over and over?
Fiorina.
Who's that?
Don't worry, Farina. It's just us.
Fiorina, go see a therapist. So real. So very real.
So it is you, blonde traveler from another land. Why, I almost thought you were someone from that mob of my ignorant subjects. Come to kneel and beg for my forgiveness.
Farina, you were crying just now, weren't you? The tear stains on your face are obvious.
What do you mean, tear stains? Oh, I remember. The show at the Opera House earlier this morning was so moving. I'm still trying to process it. Who did that uncivilized rabble think they were, disturbing my enjoyment of the arts? They even dare to tout their Archon. I must teach them a lesson. I can just imagine their twisted and frustrated faces once they realize that I'm nowhere to be found. Oh,
I really hate that she has to mask pretty much every vulnerability that she might have.
Of course not.
Hey, there she is. The Hydro
This
Archon's
is like
over there.
pride to a fault.
Quick, after her.
She sucks at lying, yeah.
Farina, those people seem to be after you.
They are? They're just some rabid fans who want to cut the line because they haven't been able to meet me in person, aren't they? That's against the rules. I can't let them get their way.
Farina just ran off. Quick, we have to catch up with...
This is just a very long-running
This should be
compilation.
the place, right? Hey, Farina! There's a good hiding spot over here. Quick, come to Paimon before the...
What is...
Hurry, they're almost here!
Fine. I suppose haste is...
She gets on my nerves sometimes. I swear to God.
Paimon's exhausted.
I'm so tired. I totally thought they had caught me. No, I mean, I merely gave in to the sheer enthusiasm they displayed.
I was planning to watch the stream earlier, but forgot. I mean, it's fine. We're still streaming. I don't know how much longer we'll be streaming because, you know, your bitch is tired. But you know what?
You're right. Yep, that's a good girl.
Also, round of applause for Fadewell, who is actively making descriptions.
What's happening? The ground's shaking. Is it an earthquake?
A little bit of fear peeks through to her.
A quake of this kind preceded the flooding in Poisson, didn't it?
It can't be. It's happening again.
This is where it gets real.
Well, there's no need to worry too much about that.
No.
Novelette's made some emergency plans, so the evacuation should
I
go a
have
lot
dread
smoother
running
this
through
time.
me as I sit here and watch.
I hope you're right. But the people of Poisson, they've already... It's true. I've been investigating the prophecy
Just wait for a
hundreds
few
of
minutes.
years.
You're about to hit a
I
huge
once
piece of the
had
story. Oh
informants all over
God.
Vat, searching for clues and feeding
It
information
wasn't an
back to me.
earthquake, just Paimon's stomach.
Tried
Yeah,
all
that checks
kinds
out.
of ways too to hold back the sea. Anything to keep the coastline from advancing. But all my efforts proved to be futile in the end. Really, the truth has been clear to me for a very long time. We cannot make an enemy of the divine. No matter what we do, the will of the heavenly principles will have its way. And the prophecy
What
shall
are
be
the
fulfilled.
heavenly principles? Because the sustainer of heavenly principles is just a sustainer. And heavenly principles just entails like a bunch of rules to be obeyed. So is there like an itemized list? And who in Celestia has decided on these principles? This is going back into like Enkanomiya lore, but oh my god.
Give up.
500 years,
I do
so
love
lovely.
the sound
Yeah.
of that phrase. It would mean finally coming
Basically,
to
the
terms
laws
with
the
fate,
gods have to
but
follow.
also
Yeah, but like,
for me to finally
at
be
its core, like, what are the specific rules and like, what is the function of Celestia? And I know Enkanomiya lore covers how Celestia came into place, but I'm like,
Indeed. I've thought about giving up so many times, especially after we almost lost Poisson. Fate is really unreasonable, isn't it? It has no heart and obeys no rules. The prophecy
freedom,
has
contract,
only just
eternity,
started to come
wisdom,
true,
justice,
and so
war,
many
and
people
love
have
are the
already
7
lost their
heavenly
lives.
principles.
But just now,
So it's the...
it all became clear to me. I still don't have the right to come to terms with fate on behalf of everyone else. As long as the final moment hasn't come.
That's
It's still
interesting.
not too late. Don't worry.
Good to know.
I will keep hope alive for everyone until the very end. Well, that's enough for now. I got the impulse to play the stricken maiden, but honestly,
yeah, same,
considering
Aether.
my rank
Same.
and station,
I
that
swear
wasn't
to
a good
God.
fit at all. Don't take any of what I just said seriously.
You're gonna
How could I
give me a
possibly let
fucking
Fontaine
headache
fall
with
to
this
the
bullshit.
whims of trivial prophecy?
Just accept the fact that you're fucking flawed.
I could have sworn you were actually being honest just now.
Share my burden. That's impossible. It was fated right from the start that this would be my duty alone.
A witness.
Yes, I've heard that you came to Tevat from beyond the
I'm
stars.
about to get a
yes.
Furina migraine,
words,
and she's
you
literally about to
never
give me one,
belonged
yeah.
here. And if Tevat is, in its entirety, a show on a stage, then you're just a spectator,
Signature traveler
aren't you?
migraine. Hey, we're not in Sumeru. We can't be getting
that's
traveler
the
migraines here.
case-
Aether's probably amazing husband material. He's in a house with Furina and not once considered committing domestic violence. Holy shit. Ooh, cutscene. Ooh, this is gonna be important. Oh? Oh? Huh? It was a trap. That's fucking...
Ladies and gentlemen,
that's a
this
yikes.
concludes
We got
my
her
opening
trust and
performance.
everything.
Now, without further ado, we may proceed to the trial of our god.
That is...
So, this is what it is. Yes, you deserve praise for the effort you took to raise the dramatic stakes. Do not forget, however, that I am Fosalor, the god of justice.
It's a trap,
the
as
embodiment
expected.
of justice itself.
You thought we were good people?
strike you
I
as
would have
even
been
the
a
least
good
bit
person.
absurd
No,
to
I
bring the
wouldn't.
very
If it's
concept of
Furina,
justice to
no.
trial?
May I interpret these words as your refusal to stand trial? In that case, you will have the opportunity to defend your honor through a duel.
Oh no.
You would draw your blade against a god?
I love the voice acting in this.
I see. It seems like you have made up your mind.
This is why I don't trust French people. Listen intently to Aether. He'll explain in a moment.
Paimon can't
You know,
believe
in
it.
his silence.
She just surrendered.
I swear to God, I was searching my entire brain to figure out how that happened.
Human?
Wow, how utterly humiliating.
Lady Furina, what is the meaning of this?
I mean, we all know that humans are
It would seem that there has been a misunderstanding.
probably
To be clear,
around the same
raising
power
of
level
both
as
hands
God
is not
sometimes,
always an
man.
indication of surrender.
Also, wait, they don't know that
I
Furina
raised
doesn't
my
have a
hands
gnosis.
just now to indicate my acceptance of the trial. No duel shall be necessary. I
saw a
will
traveler
admit
do it in
that I've been
4.0,
running
thought I'd
away
give it a
for
go.
long time. I'm sorry, everyone. I was unable to protect the people of Poisson. It is my duty
Don't
to
blame
stand
the
trial for
children.
my crimes. You are not the only ones to be disappointed in me. I too.
Look at
am
her swaying the
exceedingly
public.
disappointed in
Furina, if
myself.
anything, Furina
But
knows
now,
she's
it is time
she's
for the Hydro Archon to show you her
she's
courage
peak
and
politician,
resolve.
man.
I, Furina, We'll use this trial to show the world the true meaning of
Oh,
justice.
goodness.
This time,
I don't understand what's going on. I'm in Sumeru still. Oh, this is all spoilers.
applaud and rejoice.
This is all
One of
spoilers.
the
I'm
most
so sorry.
outrageous and fantastical arcs known to the opera epiclés is now unfolding before your eyes. Mark my words. This shall be
bitch,
one
why
of
are you
the
dancing?
most exhilarating and brilliant shows ever to grace the stage of
I wonder how the Oratrice is gonna
trial of the
rule on this. Oh, and look at Nuvola. He's already in his little seat up there. Justice! Are we gonna have another Ace Attorney moment?
Why does it feel like Farina just took over the whole thing? Like,
Oh,
come
bless
on!
you, Waffles.
Didn't she just
My
get
cat
forced to
just
stand
sneezed.
trial for her crimes? Also,
I'm used to
even though she's
spoilers.
still
I mean,
acting
yeah,
super
if you're not
dramatic,
caught up,
she
then
is
it's kind of
taking
hard
this
to avoid
seriously
them.
this time, right?
All right then. Who will be my
We love to
opponent
see
in this
Girl Boss
trial?
gaslight
court
and
asks the
gatekeep.
prosecutor
She's
to
so
please
silly
take the
with her
stand.
politics that will lead to mass destruction. Oh god.
Is that so? Very well. Then please speak, witness of Tivat, my accuser and fated opponent.
We were so close. Okay. God, it's gonna be Ace Attorney all over again. Or trees, I declare Fiorina of being guilty
Also,
of being
please allow me
fabulous.
to ask the final question before the trial begins. Just how much work did you do to force me onto this stage?
Well, we did do a lot of prep after the meeting that day.
As expected.
I can go over the tasks assigned to the Spina di Rosula, since they were rather straightforward and easy.
Navia, the president of the Spina di Rosula.
Most of the people who participated in the disturbance this morning were my subordinates.
Aw, the
They
illustrations.
changed into plain clothes and came to the Opera House as regular audience members, waiting for the perfect opportunity to incite insurrection against you. The people's resentment against their Archon has been building as more and
Bye,
more of the
Twig. Gotta go
prophecy
to
is
physical
fulfilled.
therapy.
A
Bye!
spark is all
I
we
hope you
needed to
have
turn
a good
smoldering anger
session,
into a
Silver.
flame.
Physical therapy can
Moreover,
be super
according to
painful,
our
so
understanding and
make sure
analysis
to
of you,
like be
when
kind to
something
yourself
like that
and
occurred,
stuff.
you would likely flee the scene and head to Poisson by yourself. So, we arranged for a second group to lie in wait there.
So, you mean...
I'm waiting for Yai
the
to come
ones
back
who
out of
scoured the
nowhere to
settlement
kill
for me were
Furia.
also
I don't think
from
that'll
the
happen.
And their goal was to force you to step into the giant magic box so you may personally participate in the greatest
The giant magic
performance
box.
in
Nice
all of
naming
Fontanian
convention,
history.
Lenny.
That's right. That house was a magic box, rather than someone's residence.
As the super ultimate version of the setup that I used when I first performed at the Opera Epiclés, the volume of the box was increased by a whole order of magnitude, and the distance it traversed was the entire gap between Poisson and Aranias. Its cargo, of course, was an Archon instead of a human.
So then the
thanks,
rumbling we
Farina.
heard
Without your
was
help,
the
we could
box
never have pulled
starting
off
to
such an
move.
extraordinary performance.
You're welcome?
Of course, this performance was only made possible with Father's support. The House of the Hearth spent a massive amount of labor
That's
and
such a
Mora to
silly
pull this
image.
off. We had to select a location, construct the giant magic box, dig a
my
tunnel, and open up a
God.
path through the water. It was a lot of work for all of us.
So, in other words, the earthquake that we
Yeah.
felt within the giant magic box was just a normal tremor from the transportation of the whole house?
That's right. It wasn't a sign of another disaster to come.
Then, I can guess Nervilette and Cloran's parts. You gathered a crowd, prepared a stage, and made sure that the champion duelist would be immediately ready for a fight. Also that as soon as I appeared on the stage, the trial may commence without a hitch. Am I right?
Yes, that is correct.
Well, Clorand, I must commend you for your courage. Only the most outstanding champion duelist in all of Fontaine would accept a duel.
Knowing
with an
Cloran,
Archon
she was
without
probably like,
flinching.
I want to. I want to see it.
As for you, Traveler, I suppose your role was to keep me distracted with conversation once you found me in Poisson. You'd make sure that I didn't notice anything amiss before revealing yourself as my prosecutor once we'd arrived on... Oh?
Give you one last chance. Share your secret with us before the magic box arrived on stage.
Is that so? Then I suppose
Cloran, and
I
I'd
must
do
have
it
missed my
again.
final
Yeah,
chance.
honestly. Can you imagine? Clorin has been next to Fiorina this entire story.
The stage
If
is already
Nubalet's
set,
fed up
so
with
there's
her,
no reason to
imagine
disappoint
how
the
fed up
audience.
Clorin is.
Let's see this trial through to the very end.
Sir Prosecutor, please allow me to pass this along. This is a document that Miss Charlotte applied for and received permission to share with you during the trial. According...
Huh? Charlotte wanted to give us something? Oh, so she's here too? Oh, let Paimon see. Isn't this the exclusive? Wait, then that means this document is a perfect timeline of everything that's happened ever since we stepped foot in Fontaine!
Oh, how convenient.
So in other words, we can refer to this anthology of evidence every time. Let's quickly confirm the information in it. Just think of it as a refresher, alright?
Oh god.
You defeated the Hydro Archon in the very first... I didn't think that you'd wind up getting to the bottom of the case I'd been following all this. This is the first time Monsieur Nervillette had a difference of a Fatui Harbinger. She's an extraordinary person. The fortress of Meripede was almost destroyed. According to Monsieur Nervillette,
Yeah.
I nearly lost my awesome friend Navia. To be the words of someone as extraordinary as a witch can probably
Even
only...
In is in there. Okay. Charlotte for the win. She'll probs place in the top 20 of this year's
The
Best
prosecution
Girl
and the defense
contest
are
for
both
the
in position.
contribution.
The trial shall now begin.
I don't know, man. Charlotte just doesn't do it for me for some reason. I don't know why.
Unimportant legal. Just fast forward to the part where the prosecution lays out my offenses. As the defendant and the lead actress of this performance, I still haven't even been informed of my supposed guilt in all of this. Of course, it is only natural for humans to struggle to understand the actions of a god. However, you will
I'm
need
here
more
to
than that
suggest
to
you were
convict
never a
me
god in the
of a
first
crime.
place, Angry Aether.
That's true, but my charge here is unrelated
We're
to your
speaking.
conduct as an Archon. Instead, I would like to charge you as a fraud who's never been the Archon in the first place.
Dang!
What was that? Lady Farina's a fraud?
Dang!
I came here thinking that we were going to try the Hydro Archon for forsaking her duty, but did I hear that right? She's not our Archon at all?
Charge accepted.
Charge accepted.
Lady
Dang!
Farina, do you plead guilty to the charge? Lady Farina.
I plead
Vaporize
not
his
guilty.
fire and water.
How can I be guilty? There is no way that I, Focalor, otherwise known as Farina de Fontaine, a member of the Seven and the Regina of all waters, kindreds, peoples, and laws of Fontaine, could be anything other than your true Archon.
Yeah. Even though Lady Farina can be rather eccentric, isn't it going too far to doubt her very identity?
Yeah, I've never questioned her identity either. Sure, Lady Farina can be super irresponsible, but what grounds does that prosecutor have to make...
I have cause to believe that common sense will prevail in this case. Many of the members of the audience have known me as the Hydro Archon ever since they were born. There would be no fooling their memory. See? Even the Oratrice has decided to show me its favor. Are you sure you want to commit to a charge that will never be upheld? If you wish to drop the case, I can promise you
She's
as
trying
the
to
god
call
of justice,
chicken, but it's
that
not
you will
gonna
not have to
happen.
face trial for making a false
An argument with near impossible odds, huh? We have to not only refute Furina's claims, but also—
Well, I tried to give you the chance to surrender. If you must persist, then let me ask. If you believe I'm not the Archon, then what manner of being do you think I am? And if I was not the Archon, then how did I manage to live for over 500 years?
Oh, I'm glad they narrow it down.
First of all, you may be a member of another long-lived race, which would allow you to naturally possess an extended lifespan. And second of all, even if that—
Who gave you that idea? Was it the knave? You'd sink so low as to use a harbinger's words against me.
A curse? I once thought it possible that the aura of an Archon might naturally resemble a type of curse. But in light of this claim, perhaps what I sensed was not your divinity, but a curse after all.
You sensed it too, huh, Neverlet?
Ah.
Lady Furina.
Perhaps
is
from
actually
Conria.
Well, it is
Ooh.
true that it's extremely difficult to tell humans and gods apart just by looking at them. It's not impossible.
Well, don't start celebrating too early now.
Does
Even
the
if I
Oratrice
have been
Mécanique
carrying
d'Analyse
a curse
Cardinal
like you said,
reflect
how
the
does that
audience's
prove that I am
judgment?
merely a human being?
Herm.
Besides, everyone knows that the main difference between a human and a god is the possession of authority. Gods can do what humans cannot. That's why for centuries, manifestations of my authority have served the nation of Fontaine. One need only to turn their eyes towards the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal in this very opera house, or consider the endemitium that is used in every
It's one of these two. Oh my god, Jury Duda in the game? Yeah, no, we're playing fucking Ace Attorney. Also, welcome Hades Belt! I am severely sleep deprived, so I'm probably gonna be a lot quieter.
Didn't
I
make
apologize.
myself clear at the time? The decisions of the gods—
Lady Furina, I believe a reminder of your current circumstances is in order. While the court is in session, the principles of justice and the law must come before all else. While you are an Archon, you are also first and foremost the defendant in this trial. You will prove yourself unable to defend against the prosecution's charges if you continue to withhold vital information against the rules of the court.
I never thought you'd use that kind of rhetoric against me.
That was no trick of rhetoric, Lady Furina. I've merely reiterated the rules of the court. Rules that all should respect and follow.
It's so satisfying to see her get humbled, I swear to god. This whole Archon quest, she's gotten on my nerves with her stuff.
Instead of having been created by you, the manifestations of authority you mentioned have been made by the real Hydro Archon, haven't they?
The real Hydro Archon? Well, now you're really losing me. It is true that I did not know why the Oratrice gave out a guilty verdict that day. But the Oratrice handed out that verdict unilaterally, and it has been operating independently ever since it was first created. You can't You can't argue that just because a divine creation is flawed, that the god behind it must also be no god at all.
She's still throwing out all kinds of excuses. Seems like she's confident that we won't be able to produce proof that she has no power over the Oratrice.
My power as an Archon. There are
Bad
many
Twig sleep
ordinary
deprivation
citizens
makes
in the
it easy
audience.
to gain the weapons of mass destruction. Don't worry, they're safe. They're safe from
If
the
that
hands
poses
of
a
chat.
concern, I'm prepared to extend my
I'm calling it
protection
now.
to the
Nuvolet
audience.
is the Hydro Archon. He's the Hydro. He's the Hydro Dragon Sovereign. So he's not an Archon, but he does have Archon-like powers. And the Archon's Gnosis that gives the Archon powers is derived from his original powers, or his, like, lineage's powers.
Aren't you the Hydro Archon? Or is it that you can't even wield the power of Hydro, much less the authority of a god?
Indemnitium! Yes! It's all because of Indemnitium! All Archons derive their power from the faith of the people, and I've converted the people's faith in justice into Indemnitium!
This is a really interesting way of world building now, because we're learning so much about the, like, mechanics of how Archons work.
Magnanimous god!
Isn't that a huge stretch?
Yeah, no matter how...
It seems like nobody's buying Furina's
Hey, come now, everyone! Please don't stare at me as if I was a liar! I'm still the same Furina you knew, right? The one that you loved! Shouldn't you want to believe in me? Please? You've got to believe me!
If what the prosecutor said is true, she really has committed a grave offense.
Did she deceive all of us? And all of our parents and
Enough! That's enough. Tell me then, if I'm not the real Hydro Archon, then who is? If you have no evidence of another Hydro Archon's existence, nor can you find anyone who can back up their claim to be such, then what grounds have you to say that I'm not
Wow, she came up with yet another argument.
Suggest that Nuvolet is the Archon.
That doesn't sound right. Paimon... that doesn't... that doesn't...
Casually clicking all the wrong ones. Okay. Has to be this one! Wow, I wonder which one it could be.
All Fontanians can dissolve in water from the primordial sea. And that means...
Since you insist on claiming to be a god and not a human,
I'm afraid that was wrong, Mr. Right. Penalty.
here and now to eliminate all suspicions of you.
God forbid I ever play Ace Attorney. This shit's
Please
gonna
apply
be
to
so
serve as a
bad.
temporary attorney for the prosecution before addressing the court. Though you act in partnership with the prosecutor, you must still adhere to proper procedure.
Yeah, keep them in track.
Super sorry, Monsieur Chief Justice. I swear this really will
This
be
is
the
just
last time that I'll
Detective
speak out
Pikachu.
of
It
turn.
really is.
Now, I've brought some seawater from Poisson, including... So, Miss Furina, if we are to believe that you are indeed the real Hydro Archon, touching this seawater would have no effect on you. All it should do is strengthen your case. But if you don't dare to touch it, then we would have basically proved the reverse. Oh, and I must remind you that after the disaster at Poisson, nobody wants to see any more people dissolve. I do hope you'll act prudently and choose the simpler path of admitting guilt.
Navia from the Spina di Rasula.
The speed of—
If Lady Farina's in...
I just impulsively want her to, like, dunk her head in it.
Lady Farina, this test has been unilateral.
Well, of course he had to tell her that. But refusing to participate is basically the same as a confession of guilt.
She's just staring at the water without saying a single word. It really does seem like she's quite terrified.
Touch the water.
What's going on?
Dip your toes in the water.
That's not what we...
Due to the inherent risk of the test, Lady Farina, you may...
She's not gooping.
Hey!
What about people dissolving? Yeah, there's like water that dissolves people in this one. Make her drink it. Make her goop. Goopify her.
I'm fine! Look at me, everyone! My hand is still here! I haven't been dissolved! Will you
What is she, a mermaid?
I really am your Archon!
The non, caught up Genshin people are so funny.
Really? Was this not the most obvious thing in the world?
Miss Siegewin? If you're present, Miss Siegewin, please come forward and...
Siegewin? Don't be nervous. It'll just take a few seconds. Let me... That should be enough.
Please announce the results of your evaluation to the court, Miss Siegewin.
As everyone doubtlessly saw, Miss Farina was displaying symptoms
What the
of
fuck? Not a
hyperventilation
true
and
goop
flushed
feed.
skin.
That's a greater sin than anything she's accused of.
She was experiencing the adverse effects of exposure to primordial seawater. The extent to which she was affected is the same as other humans when exposed to primordial seawater of a similar concentration.
Thank you, Miss Siegewin. Lady Farina, you may return to the defendant's stand.
Oh wait, what did she just say? I didn't get dissolved! Shouldn't that be enough to prove my innocence?
Well, considering your tendency to run from your problems, we did originally prepare a direct sample of the seawater around Poisson. However, after extensive discussion, we exchanged it for a sample that is not concentrated enough
The way
to
she
dissolve
just
an
fucking...
actual human.
She's
After
like
all,
swaying her heels.
on the
That's
off
so
chance that
cute.
something entirely unexpected might occur, we don't want anyone else to lose their life to the sea.
Yeah, so out of regard for Farina's life, you secured a low-concentration sample and asked that... It's a great thing that the direct sample wasn't actually used. Farina could have...
I can't believe... You... Listen to me, everyone! Please don't give me such cold and disdainful looks! What happened just now didn't prove
What
a
part
single
does
thing.
Celestia have? What interest do they have in having a puppet
prove
as
that
an Archon?
Can't also be affected by the primordial seawater. Also, if I was really just a human, why would I dare to just put my hand in that...
Questions, but also sleepy brain not working.
Just listen to me! I swear, I really am your Archon!
Poor girl. But also, what will happen to her? Reflect on this. Why does Fiorina not...
She says at this point will sway
Why does
anyone.
Fiorina consider
The
her
odds are just
facade
too
more
stacked
important
against her
than
now.
her own life?
All the things that have been
Possibly because if
Paimon
it
doesn't think
drops,
there's
she
any way left for Farina
won't
to
have a life?
I believe the time for
Or if
arguments
it
and
drops,
presentation of
it'll
evidence has come to
be
an
at
end.
the expense of
If
other
there are no
people.
objections, we will move on to the final judgment.
But also, why would Celestia want a puppet?
I don't think anything she says at this point will sway anyone. She's too stacked against her now.
This truly is the finale. Oh, goodness.
In my capacity as Chief Justice, I shall now render judgment on Furina's misrepresentation of herself as the Archon of Fontaine. As a human who knowingly deceived her fellow citizens, Furina is...
But is it Celestia? That's
guilty.
A question.
We shall now turn to the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale to render the final verdict on the charges.
Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale.
According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique
d'Analyse Cardinale,
Furina is...
not guilty?
What's wrong? What's the Oratrice's verdict?
No. The Oratrice also displays a guilty verdict.
Isn't that correct then?
However, the exact wording of the verdict is thus. The Hydro Archon, guilty, to be punished via the death sentence.
The death sentence?
That's actually one of the available sentences? I've always thought that it was just a myth.
The one and only time the death sentence has been handed out at the court. And it's been given to the very person we've worshipped as the god.
Furina's been sentenced to death by the Oratrice? We just
the
wanted to use
Oratrice.
the trial to show her the seriousness of things so she'd tell us the truth.
Celestia's here somehow.
Escalate this quickly.
This outcome is indeed quite strange. According to Fontaine's current definitions of justice, as well as its recommendations, is this sentence really appropriate for the crimes that have been committed?
Yeah, even Vache wasn't sentenced to death by the Oratrice. You know, the real evil mastermind behind the serial disappearances
Instead of
case.
Furina, the Oratrice rendered the judgment on the Hydro Archon. Interesting.
Not only is Furina's
Interesting.
sentence overly excessive, the very point of our trial today was also to prove that Furina has never been the Hydro Archon in the first place. But now, the Oratrice seems to have deliberately invoked the title of the Hydro Archon. What does this mean?
Twig Celestia has been sleeping since Conria.
If I may
Interesting. Okay. Timelines are hard.
Is the trial still going?
Fremine! You finally made it. I assume this means you've completed your mission?
Mm-hmm. Any mission Father assigns to me will always be top priority.
Is that the first prophecy slate?
Oh, he found it.
Huh. So the knave privately arranged for Fremine
The
to try and
voice
find the missing slate.
in the Oratrice.
I looked
Yeah.
everywhere and finally found it at the bottom of the sea. It took me a long time to get around some dangerous
Is the
stretches
Oratrice
of water.
the first
But has
Hydro
the trial
Archon?
already concluded?
I can't tell. Oh
Doesn't
god.
that mean I've come too late?
Ah.
Oh no. Father will be disappointed.
I'm
in
too
me.
sleepy brain for this. I really should have, you guys, we should have done this to like the next time because I am too sleepy brain. I cannot process like half of this right now.
Please allow me to review the record left on the slate. Traveler, I believe that you have already seen the other existing slates. I would like...
Huh? So what do you see? What is it?
Here's the moment Mona's revealed as the Hydro Archon. So true, Goopy. Turning oceanids into human
believe
beings.
I've now
Yeah,
made
I mean,
sense
I
of the
got
Hydro
that
Archon's
already.
It has to do with Fontaine's lost history.
Huh? Isn't the Hydro Archon just guilty of deceiving her people? Oh, wait, no, that's Furina, and we've already proven that she's not the Hydro Archon.
Oratrice was said to be made by the second Hydro Archon, Furina. So then, does this have to do with the twin stuff?
In truth, Everything that you've encountered in Fontaine up to this point can be traced back to the contents of these stone slates.
Brain no
However,
work.
I'm uncertain as to how much sense they currently make to you.
Okay, let's try to recall the contents of the other 3 stone slates. Paimon will do her best to help you remember.
All I'm gathering is the girly pop posted cringe 50 generations ago and has been sentenced to death. Honestly, can't women do anything? Not this minigame again! Oh no. Okay.
The first stone slate describes what you just said. Does that mean that Fontanians are transformed Oceanids? Oh, the second stone slate shows Celestia floating in the sky, and the Hydro Archon and her people worshipping it together. But
so then was turning Oceanids into people considered a sin? And does the Hexen Circle have an interest in that? Because, you know, one of their members is obsessed with, like, making life and the perfect, finding the meaning of life and human life, human forms.
The Fontanians have been talking about. We didn't believe that such a crazy disaster could happen at first, did we? But after that incident, it was just a
Nouvelette is so... The trial may be over, but you'll still gotta keep thinking cap on Chain of Logic minigame now. Go. No. No.
That doesn't sound...
We know from the case of the sea, and the first stone slate tells us that long ago, this might be the reason that
You guys are
Fontanians
cool
can
for
dissolve.
making me do this sleep deprived, I swear. Just start doing all of them.
Perhaps what is about to take place has all happened before.
Oh,
From the true
interesting.
sin of the Hydro Archon and the original sin cast down on the people of Fontaine by... It's not as simple as falling into the sea. When Navia fell into the sea, the stone slates show the people gathered around the Hydro Archon in the sea. Could that be alluding to the same thing? The prophecy from the stone slates found its way into society. But not many people. The fortress of Meropide was nearly flooded with primordial seawater. If we hadn't dealt with it in time.
Maybe get up for a bit, drink caffeine, and stretch. I have been drinking caffeine, but I'm at that point where, like, caffeine makes me feel more tired. And I've been, like, standing up periodically throughout this quest to even keep myself awake. So yeah, I am very tired.
Navia fell into the water inside those ruins, and she nearly dissolved.
I will likely need a recap on Monday.
The eruption of the primordial sea at the fortress of Meropide was the surest... The prophecy's contents can all be verified by recent events. If we combine what we know together, loads of truth...
Load, please.
Huh? Oh, Paimon gets it now! But then it feels like...
Let's hear them.
Fontanians are not real humans.
Incredible! Linny,
All Fontanians were originally created by the late previous The evidence for that can be found in how only Fontanians could dissolve in primordial seawater, and how all the girls Vache dissolved were also turned into Oceanids.
Oh yikes, don't worry, I'll recap everything in the comments of the finished VOD for you. Thank you! Yo, how's the questing going? I am very tired, so it's interesting because I am not like... My cognitive state is not where it should be to do this quest. Don't work tomorrow, so I don't need to be able to work don't need to be able to walk. Oh. Nice.
Yeah,
silly little rest from leg day.
Of the first slate that she probably anchored Celeste. That could also explain why the Oratrice judged the Hydro Archon to be guilty. It's to account for that ancient sin.
The Hydro Archon's true sin was creating us?
And yet, after many hundreds of years, the Hydro Archon's creations have turned around to try to judge the Archon within the Opera Epiclese. The twist.
Yeah! Isn't the image here just like when So wouldn't it be trying to show the image of the Hydro Archon also falling into the sea once the prophecy has been fulfilled in the fourth slate? In the end, the people... Did Paimon get all that right?
You've made some keen deductions. I must say, given how much you still don't know, it is impressive that you've already managed to connect
I
so
don't
many
know
pieces of the
how,
truth.
but
However,
I've played video
when you were
games in
able
my
to
sleep
decode all the
before. I fell
information on the
asleep
slates,
playing
you've
Pokemon
also
when it
been
released.
etched with an additional
I mean,
layer of
honestly,
hidden information using
valid.
a different power source.
I normally...
When we were at the ruins,
this
I
is gonna
tried to
expose
decipher
me,
the
but when
hidden
I normally
information
play these
recorded in the
quests,
slates.
I'm doing
But
like
since we only
chores
had
around
3
my
slates
house
at
and
the
just
time,
listening
I
to
was
them in my
unable to come to a
earpiece.
full Now that the slate collection is complete, I shall make another attempt to decipher the narrative recorded within.
You should probably get some sleep, Twig. Yeah, as soon as I'm out of cutscene hell, I'll probably do a little bit of after hours, Twig, and then probably fall asleep because
I believe I should share this truth
I am
not only with
suffer.
you, but with all the people of Your hypotheses regarding the origin of Fontanians and the sin of... In the Fontaine of old, the previous Hydro Archon sensed the yearning of her Oceanid familiars for life on land. The Oceanids were enamored with the beauty and romanticism of human beings, and wishing to have those experiences for themselves, expressed to the Hydro
That's
Archon
so
their
French
desire
of
to
them.
become of a similar kind.
I fell
However,
asleep
even
playing
though
in the
water
middle
as an
of
element is
dialogue
intricately
playing
linked with the
Genshin,
power
woke
of
up
life,
out
the
of
Hydro Archon, as
dialogue,
one of the
the
seven, did not
dialogue, and
possess the
halfway
authority to
across
create a new form of
Inazuma
human
City.
life. Not one to give in.
That's
She eventually
funny.
found a way to create permanent humanoid bodies for her familiars by She poured primordial seawater into the Oceanid's blood vessels, creating humanoid mimics in the process. But if Fontanians were to ever come into direct contact with water from the primordial sea, the power within their
It's
bodies
literally
would escape these artificial
H2O.
restraints and return to the sea.
Nar,
As a
Clear.
result, their forms would collapse, and they would be reverted to their original forms as Oceanids. Of course,
The water
Hydro Archon
Clear.
never received permission from the heavenly principles to create a new human race. And thus, the Hydro Archon and all of her creations came to shoulder the original sin of appropriating the power of the primordial sea. That is the true history of how the people of Fontaine first came.
So we were all Oceanids before we turned
Let's
into
all
human beings?
return to goo, besties.
That's way too much information for me. I think I'm just going to pretend that I never heard a single thing. Wait, but if that's
Return
the
to
truth, would the
goo.
Hydro Archon be sentenced to death? After all,
This really might be too much information for your regular Fontanian. but it does answer a lot of our questions.
Alas, your hypothesis regarding the third and fourth stone slates was inaccurate. The slates' respective positions are, in fact, correct. A key point of the visual on the third slate is how all the individuals depicted, they have not been dissolved, which implies that the water depicted in this slate is not water from the primordial sea. The nation of Fontaine is the nation of Hydro, as well as the nation of Trials and Justice. Instead of being the literal element, the water in the scene symbolizes judgment and justice. You may also recall Navia's experience. When she fell into the sea, her consciousness was... Therefore, the meaning of that the people of Fontaine shall try the Hydro... Yes.
I think I'm following now. So, what you're saying is, in truth, everything we've done has happened exactly as the prophecy foretold. So now
I could have seen this coming.
Everyone's making sure it comes true.
What should we do?
That one audience member. Lol, nope, not repressing that info. Yeah, literally.
Huh. No matter what, the prophecy will...
If that's the case, does that mean the scene in the fourth...
Traveler, I would like to point out another small fallacy about the fourth slate. You probably thought that the eruption of primordial seawater beneath the... However, I believe that rather than being a sure sign, that eruption could in fact only be a small... As for the root cause of the catastrophe, I believe you've already encountered it once before.
Mr. Tartaggles. Mr. Tortellini. No!
This eruption was just a small warning of the things to come. We must find the root cause of the disaster.
Tartaglia. Tartaglia. Tartaglia.
Dream.
I'm just gonna start taking out my sleep deprivation on Tartaglia. Maybe the real Oceanids were the friends we dissolved along the way. Not made, just dissolved. How is Oceanid pronounced? I always pronounce it like ocean. I know there's some people who say Oceanid, and then others who pronounce it Oceanid. Also, this... Tartaglia. You fight that whale. Ooh. You know, Nubilet's so handsome. Oh! Thought it swallowed me. Fucking Tartaggles. He's fighting the whale, but I'm not happy about it. I'm not happy about him being here. Die. Go back to the hell where you belong. Back into the abyss you go. Mr. Man's been fighting for a while. I feel like he's gonna pass out when I pass out. Oh, there it goes. Okay. There we go. Our little ginger man. So does the opera just like stay that way from now on? It's all fun and games now, but someone in this chat is dying alone, and it's most likely me.
So we've met it at last. I understand very well why it is chosen to make an appearance. That whale does not belong to Tevat. It is a monster that has traversed the stars, weeping all the while.
Like us.
It has been greedily consuming the energy from the planet's primordial sea, using it to grow. That is the main cause for the rising sea levels.
Huh.
And once it is
We're really
finished consuming
getting
all of the energy contained within
we're
the
really
sea,
getting sci-fi
its
up in
next step
here.
will be
You
Okay.
said that when the Hydro Archon first
That's some
created
great
Fontaines
lore.
out of oceanids, she filled their blood
God,
vessels
every
with primordial
fucking Archon
seawater.
quest they add
Precisely.
more lore.
that whale finds the
Do we
blood
need
of
more
Fontaines
lore?
nigh impossible to resist.
I feel like we get answers, but we end up with
Therefore,
more
when it
questions
left
than
the
we have
primordial sea,
answers.
It decided to make its next stop a packed opera house full of food. Food in the form of Fontaine.
We just barely managed to push it back, right? In that case, won't it come back to
That is correct. Indeed, it is more accurate to say that we should thank that Harbinger for buying us some time. Without him, the whale, from the way he looked, he must have been fighting the creature for quite a long time.
I will also die alone. No one in this chat is dying alone.
Maniac. We've always known that he had a special connection with
You
that
know
whale,
why?
but we
Because
definitely
when you
didn't
watch
expect it to
Twig
happen down
VTuber,
like this.
especially when she's sleep deprived like
Now
this,
that we
you
know
are a
that this
Giga
whale
Chad.
is the actual cause of the disaster recorded in the prophecy, all we need to do to stop the prophecy would be to find a way to beat it up.
It is too late. It had already absorbed too much of the primordial sea's energy before we could notice it. At this point, it has become practically, even if the entirety of Tevat were to be destroyed, it could still
That's not something I will accept. We've already done everything we can. We've come so far. You can't just tell me that the last hurdle is some impossible foe. That's
Indeed. That's not how
I'll fight it.
Are we gearing up for a
matter
fucking
what.
boss fight? Are we gonna jump in the forbidden hole to eat the jello of our people and become goomfies?
The prophecy. Yes, what has been prophesied. Just as prophecies are usually only the future as seen from the perspectives of the gods, could things be happening in hidden corners where the gods' gaze does not fall?
Like the abyss?
Ultimately,
Sleep deprived
shall
boss,
serve
let's
as your
go.
only guide,
He will
no
not
matter
dodge
what
a
will
single
happen in
thing.
Tevat's
Yeah, no.
future.
This is exactly how the Final Fantasy XIV boss fight starts. Yeah, no, literally. Oh, it's another silly cutscene. Oh, are we gonna see behind the Oratrice?
What's happening with the Oratrice?
Ah!
I believe it is preparing to carry out the death sentence.
Oh no. Oh no, she's just sitting there and waiting for it.
No,
She just sat through that whole interaction and did nothing? The fuck is happening? The fuck are you? I am too sleep deprived for this bullshit. That Oratrice man. Yeah, no. Really. For real. Wait, is that Skirk? Whomst. Are you the old Hydro Archon? Hello?
You.
It's deep voice, Fiorina.
Sorry. That shocked expression on your face is just too amusing.
You are not Farina. Who are...
The sweet sound
Oh, it's
of the
folklore.
infinite.
It's the
Marvelous.
actual Archon,
A
it's
sure sign that
folklore.
my attempt to deceive everyone was a resounding success. But to answer your question, I am Focalor. You know, the god.
You know, the one that they've been referring
Why
to
did you
as
deceive
the
us?
Archon of Fontaine since the
Oh,
beginning,
that
that I've
wasn't my
been
goal,
calling
of course.
Fiorina
Goodness no.
since the beginning because I
But
knew
I
the
had to
Archon
fool
of Fontaine
everyone
was
else too,
folklore.
if I was to stand any chance of deceiving the heavenly principles.
Deceiving the heavenly principles.
It's all because of that pernicious prophecy. Dreadful, wasn't it? Everyone doomed to dissolve. Fontaine condemned to be flooded. One was not amused. In fact, one was positively bemused when that problem was thrust upon me by my dearest predecessor. That's the former Hydro Archon Egeria, for the uninitiated. It hardly gets more disastrous than She knew full well that the prophecy would surely come to pass. And as one of the seven, she also knew full well that one defies the heavenly principles at one's peril. So yes, as you have no doubt surmised, it was a rather impossible situation that I spent a terribly long time mulling it over, alone on the ocean floor. And I was almost growing barnacles by the time I finally realized there was only one possible solution to this. I had to outwit the heavenly principles, allow the prophecy to be fulfilled, ostensibly at least, while saving everyone at the same time.
Is she sacrificing herself?
I'm a genius, I know. Although, looking back now, it was hardly the inheritance one dreams of. Between the task of saving the nation, the quotidian duties of the Hydro Archon, and not to mention the original sin of creating a new race of humans, But one can only play the hand one is dealt. I did not choose this, any more than I chose to be one of—
So you were also once one of the Oceanids, transformed into a human by Egeria's hand.
Yes,
Interesting.
I was. I always dreamed of becoming human. And I still do, even now. In my eyes, to be human is to be part of the greatest opera ever known. After becoming a god, I separated my divinity from my body and spirit, leaving behind only a self that was as naive and bewildered as my past self on her first day as a human being. The me you see before you now is that divinity. And the human counterpart I left behind, I named Furina. She could feel joy,
It's the mismatched
sorrow,
eyes.
and everything in between. She could be as vain and conceited. Her strengths were of a kind only a human could possess. But in my eyes, Furina's humanity was what made her perfect. She was perfectly human in every way. The person Anyway, so then I cursed her. All part of the plan, of course. The
She's
plan to
perfect,
deceive
so
the
I
heavenly
cursed her.
principles. Do you still remember the final scene of the In order that the prophecy might appear fulfilled, I invited Furina to be an actress under the curse I placed on her. So long as I, Focalor's divinity, continued to exist, she could not die. But nor was she free to live her life. Instead, she was forced to take the stage in the opera house, to embrace the role of leading lady, to forever play the part of the god from the prophecy. I suppose now you probably understand why your court is called the Opera Epiclese.
But Furina is only human, isn't she? Even though she has had a long life, her mind is no stronger than that of any other. I cannot begin to fathom what she has had to endure. It must have been—
It has indeed. And although she is, in a sense, me in human form, I most definitely
They
owe
aren't
her an
gonna kill off
apology
a
for
playable
it.
character. I mean,
500
Honkai does it,
years.
so I'm like...
And all along, she's been playing her part in the most unimaginably
Extreme
long,
DID.
unbearably
Out with the
lonely,
gods? I mean, basically. Can I sleep now, please? No, we have more cutscene. Okay. Can I... Hello. Can I... No. Okay. No sleep. Make you cry. Okay. I suppose I can cry. It's all like sparkly. Like when you're on Symphony. I like that detail.
Oh? Who permitted you to come onto this stage? Nah,
it's me.
alright. It is not my intent to reprimand
Don't
you.
look
There
at
is
me.
no need to state your name. Just be off with you. Do not distract me from my performance. Oh, do not jest.
Oh, this is her inner thought.
I am Focalor. The eyes of countless Fontanians are upon me. I must, at all times, display the utmost.
Girly, you have like 30 minutes less if you skip dialogue. I want to know the story
Dear
though.
audience, the performance is experiencing a technical difficulty, but worry not. The guards shall resolve it soon enough.
Die. Die so I may sleep.
An oversight on my part.
Bestie. Bestie, can I please sleep? I'm only doing this in pursuit of sleep.
Bow your head.
Final piece. Just sleep. Only sleep.
Let the mighty be humbled.
Back.
Hey, what gives? The audience is still watching me, you know. Guards? Wait, where are the guards? Guards!
Eye for an eye.
Go Goofy, go! Die to regular enemies. Look, you don't know what it's like out here for a sleep-deprived Goofy like me.
One with nature. Shudder. Ha, yeah. Ha, ha.
Got a ticket. Oh god. Oh, back to the film references. Great. Before a mirror. I have to walk. I can't even jump. Okay. Making me do the cinematography here. I see how it is. Well, why does Eula have a fish? The only weapon I know is the
Huh? Who's that?
Don't worry about it. It's a limited time event thing.
Where are you?
Be not nervous. Be not afraid.
Wait a moment. You're... mirror me?
Mirror you, huh?
Mirror me. What?
The prophecy.
What prophecy? The people will all be dissolved into the waters.
Oh.
What's going on? I can't seem to remember.
Thank you for summarizing.
Clearly.
Yes, it will. And
But doesn't that mean everyone will die? I'm a Fontanian just like them.
Oh, don't worry. Magical meetings, I will tell you how to save everyone, but
it will be so funny when you slow walk for 30 seconds and find out you went to the wrong interactable. First, you have to slow walk back for... See, unlike Final Fantasy XIV, this game would not do that to me.
Well, but if the prophecy will come true, if there were scales, with all the people of...
I suppose this would also be the... Huh? Don't worry, it's nothing. Listen well.
Play at...
That's right. You must begin. If you can keep it up, then I shall have my way of defying this
But how will I do that?
Don't worry. What you must do is not to turn yourself into being a human yourself. I'm sure you already remember. Your true challenge will not be pursuit.
I'm still not sure I understand. So, how long am I going to have to play this for?
To accomplish this
literally
mission,
about to fall asleep.
you will have to stay on the stage for many, many years. You will but I promise you.
A trial, huh? How exciting. I'll be looking forward to it.
Scene 2. Slow walking again. Genshin, I swear to God. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I was going there. You know. I was on my way. You're really gonna make me walk onto the throne. Okay. Twig, please turn off Genshin. I hate seeing you suffer like this. I have to get through the quest because then if I don't, I'll have to replay it all.
What should I say to most appear like a god? Ladies and gentlemen,
Sleepy time is needed? I know it is! But you guys voted for me to continue the quest when we had a stopping point. And I have been in cutscenes since then.
Your new Archon.
Genshin is holding me hostage and has been holding me hostage for an hour and a half.
God, but it will be my honor to guide you all. As the god Fosalor, the god of justice. Once again, thank you all for coming.
You want to know something interesting? In this special cutscene, you will have a choice in what Purina will say. And in order to progress, you have to choose the second option, which usually the wrong.
I thought I might.
That's the new Hydro Archon. Is this some kind of joke by the Maison?
Me chug the coffee, just go, go, go. No!
Did you hear
I'm
that?
past the point of
She even told us
caffeine,
to send her
Relja.
some-
You
Gods be all
underestimate me. I've
She's being
already
so
drank caffeine.
modest.
I'm past the point of caffeine.
If you ask me, perhaps the succession didn't actually happen.
Wait, what's going right? Calm down, Farina. Assertive.
Now, I was wondering if some... You may consider my... Now then!
Ah, so that was just a performance. How could I have forgotten that we were in...
Personality? It's quite shocking, to be honest, but I suppose it's a better look than before. Such a fascinating and bold deity. How wonderful!
Do push-ups increase blood flow?
It seems I've turned them around. Best follow this flow and restart my accession speech.
See, the problem with that is I've drank caffeine and I don't want to give myself a heart attack
I say to you,
by raising my heart rate
in your
on
ardor
caffeine.
For justice. We have heard it said that this nation, the scales of justice, should not. May law be the prayer on our lips. May judgment be our worship. Let us light the fires and drink. There is no trouble so long as I.
Opera House Furina. Oh, we can finally run again? Ha.
Lady Furina, here are today's case reports, as well as a summary of the...
Come now, was I not just at the... Besides, none of these trials were the one that I'm looking forward to,
If I may be so impertinent, what kind of
A magnificent, dramatic, and wondrous trial.
That's true, I fear I lack the ability to grasp...
No need for fright, and do not take what I said before too seriously. Go now.
Run, 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 run. I'm so jealous of my cat right
I don't know
now.
what to say. Thank you for agreeing to see me.
No need to thank me. Or rather, thank your... All right.
You remember? He is doing much better.
Forgive me for skipping over so much of this. I assume it's all just like backstory on Furina. I don't need to know it, and I can
Lady Furina,
re-look
here
it
are the
up
latest hydrological
later.
reports. Has...
I see. It's as I thought then. All manner of signs indicate that...
well...
Really? Have they found...
I'm afraid that they haven't...
Oh, is that...
TEP.
The day is finally over. But it's good to see that everything... Maybe this is fine.
How many fucking acts? It's okay, Twig.
Lady
Rewatch
Furina,
it later.
here are the new
Just
trial
know
reports
she
for the
was
latest
forced
cases,
to be
as well
someone
as a
else for
summary of the
500 years. I feel like that was implied, and I didn't need to see all of this.
Lady Furina.
Indeed, my...
Lady Furina, we're detecting significant...
Understood.
I haven't been paying much attention to what's been going on. I've only been paying attention to your reactions to everything. I mean, that's fair. I feel bad because I'm, like, only half reacting right now. Because I have, like, no energy. About 180,000 acts. Great. Fantastic. God fucking damn it. Oh, you weren't kidding about that. Okay.
Lady Furina, it's...
I thought that was sarcastic, but you know what?
Are you crying?
This must be the overflow of hydro from my person. Well, can't
But
quite
it
help
is
being
a
God
good
whose
story,
dominion
even
is the
I'm
waters,
interested and I
can
have no investment in the game. Yeah, good luck, Zero, if you want to continue playing this story, because you have literal, like, years of story to go through to even get to this point.
I never have I want to tell. All I can do is keep up.
This truly is a hell where
Farina,
lament moment, yeah.
You don't have to, although I don't know.
Share. That's impossible.
But even if your burden doesn't, just share it with me.
A witness. And if Tevat is in... He's right. But if things don't play out as expected... No, Farina. You shouldn't be selfish.
Poor girl.
But what if it's really alright? Farina, you've worked so hard for so long. Is it such an outrageous thing to do anyway? If you let this opportunity slip, think about it. Long and hard.
For the love of all things weightlifting and protein powder, never play Genshin. It'll consume your thoughts and cut into your workout schedule. I mean, that's true. You're already cutting into your workout schedule for Twig hours, so...
All you need to do, dear spectator, is to...
Yeah, I'm also AR-57.
Fine.
So even Farina doesn't know the truth?
Hopefully
You've never
soon we
once
are
let
able
her
to
in on the
return
full
to
plan?
GOOP. You need sleep. I
Yes,
do need
It
sleep.
had to be done. To deceive the heavenly principles, you must first deceive yourself.
You know what?
She did
BRB
very
again.
well.
I know I don't have to
If she
interact
had
with
let
this.
her
I'm
resolve
gonna
falter
take a
even
restroom
once
break.
in
You
these
guys
5
get to listen to the
centuries,
dialogue.
Fontaine would have been doomed to the most tragic fate. It seems that trusting humanity was the right decision after all.
I believe that I understand how your deception works, but that is only half the truth, is it not? How would you build on this foundation to save the people of Fontaine? That is the most important thing.
Ah, good. Of course, the Udex of Fontaine has pinpointed the crux of the issue. I'm sure you've long sensed that the Oratrice is no simple machine, yes?
I've always suspected that it had its own consciousness. And Lenny did mention that he heard a human voice within the core chamber. It now seems that that person was you, hidden within the machine all along. Am I right?
And then I became one with the Oratrice, taking Fontaine's gnosis with me. Yes, it would seem so, wouldn't it? Alas, your understanding of this device still lacks sufficient depth. In truth, it is no enactor of justice. It is, in fact, a device created to kill the god of justice.
I beg your pardon?
Oh, you have it. And to be more precise, not only will the Oratrice take down the god of justice, it will also take down the divine throne upon which she has been placed. I mean, did you think I would be the sort to enjoy peaceful repose while Farina suffered? My work over these last 500 years has been to
You know
constantly
what?
accumulate
God
indemnium
forbid
within the oratrice.
I
But
fucking
really,
do
some have
something like
already
a
discovered that only
superthon
a small fraction
where
of the energy
it's like
generated
multiple
by the device
days
was
of
ever
me
used to
streaming
provide
straight.
power to Fontaine.
Because you guys,
The
as soon
vast
as I'm like,
majority
I'm a
has
little
been
bit sleepy, you're gonna
had
be like,
to
go to
be
bed, Twig.
accumulated to enough.
Go to bed.
All.
Indeed. This power accrued over 5 centuries.
I'm just gonna... Noah, you're going a little too...
But only power.
So the oratrice,
You're going a little
the
too,
destruction of that divine throne.
Returning what's right.
nutty
In other
with that.
words, this was all done to return the authority of the.
Someone please call one of Twig's emergency contacts if she's not back in 5 minutes. The bathroom floor is no place.
The authority of the.
All you've done through.
I'm not gonna sleep on the bathroom floor, I swear to God.
Hydro Dragon, don't cry.
Oh.
I
Oh.
must say, had it been within my rights, I would have loved to judge the Egeria stole the power of the primordial sea. And the heavenly principle. I, for my part, am the god of justice. And is it not just that your original powers should be returned? Speaking of justice, I have always believed that justice
So is
lies
Nuvolite
in the
gonna
process of
become the
pursuing-
Archon?
So, if the theft of the primordial seas might, then, leaving matters of procedural right and wrong aside, the descent of the Fontaine, in other words, existence was Egeria's justice. And to me, justice defying the prophecy and ensuring that Fontaine's people shall live on. That should be the justice enthroned over all others. At this point, we, whether it be myself or all other Fontainians, have shouldered the burden of this sin for far too long. Iudex Neuvillette, the highest judge in our land, when you regain your full power as an elemental sovereign, what verdict shall...
So when I was invited to the court of Fontaine to serve as Iudex, at last, in the beginning, I was uninterested in human existence. But these 5 centuries of living alongside them have gradually brought about mutual understanding between us. And I have even attempted to feel as they feel. You are a devious one, Focalors.
Oh! Oh shit, my fucking audio. We've been at this so long that my fucking thingy-me-things died. Give me a second.
The hour of my execution is
go.
almost here. For the sinner, the curtain call has come. I know I may not sound it, but faced with death, I find myself a little afraid. Perhaps this is one thing both gods and humans have in common. Farewell, Neuvillette. I hope you've enjoyed the part you played these 500 years.
Oh. And she does a little dancey dance. Does this mean normal Furina's returning to, like, humanhood? You're not twinning Mel? Damn. Yeah, no, I'm not taking notes from Mel. Neuvillette. Oh, Neuvillette, no! My scrunkle! I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. Look at how hard it's raining! Oh my goodness!
Hereby declare, people of Fontaine, your sins are forgiven.
My PC can't. My PC. This fucking game, it can't. The rain is, yeah, I know! That's why I'm freaking out about it! I'm not crying, but I need to sleep. I need...
Was that bright light some sort of misdirection?
But since we're all still alive and haven't been dissolved...
It's time to end this. We must mete out punishment to that beast.
Didn't you say just a moment ago that
I have gained the strength sufficient
He's
to deal
mad. He's
through
big
certain
angry.
means. I now have the ability to separate the power of the primordial sea from that creature. We should seize the opportunity to pursue our quarry.
Archon
Now
Nouvelette.
that the oratories can no longer
Archon
function, I
Nouvelette.
require an executor. The root of the calamities befalling Fontaine. The beast that enacts the prophecy. Its name.
Just a sec. Gotta put a bitch in its place. There you go. Just turn off the game right at the start of the light? Oh my god. Is it supposed to be echoing? I'm sorry, my fucking... My head... My earphones died. Is this where I turn the game off?
But how are we going to do that?
Will this reset my progress? If I leave now... If I leave now, can I sleep? Or will I have to redo everything? No reset? Fade Will, I'm trusting you with my life. Can I... There we go. Oh, thank God. Okay. We... get the thingies, right? And then we change our party setup. And then we go here. Okay. Wah. And then we log out. I'm free, you guys! I'm absolutely free. Oh my goodness. I can finally relinquish myself back to the fucking mortal realm. I hope you have sweet dreams about that Korean tea/coffee shop. You know what? I probably will have a nightmare. Also, Noah, something that you'll learn about me is that I'm an incredibly petty bitch. And so when I see an opportunity to bully my chat for content, I absolutely will. So get wrecked, nerd. I can and will abuse my power. Anyways, let's see. What is going on with the redirects? Oh my god, there's so many people that I could raid! Okay, is anyone doing Genshin? I don't think anyone's doing Genshin yet. You know what? I'm gonna leave you in the good hands of V4 Mirai's Biscotti. She just debuted. She's gonna be great. But if you've never been in a Twig raid, the raid message is get twigged. And also, we're gonna be nice, we're gonna abide by chat rules, and also the next stream will be on Monday the 20th because I need to recoup from all of that, and then also I have videos to make and meetings to go to, and also I'm at a con this weekend. Make sure to check out the posts, and also I have merch. Okay, I'm gonna go sleep. Goodbye, everyone. Remember to twig, Biscotti, and be nice. Okay? Okay.